All right, welcome one and all. It's a glorious day for Guilty Gear Strive here at pepper.gg, brought to you by Skullcandy. I'm one of your commentators, Zero, alongside Jadelyn. How are you today?
Honestly, I am fantastic. We have been able to spend the past, half hour talking about video games, and now we're just going to talk about video games.
Yes.
And what better day to do it than here at this fantastic gaming stadium event where we have, as we were just talking about, this bracket full of actual murderers for Guilty Gear today.
Yeah, the signups just started out, earlier in the week, and I was just looking at it like, okay, cool, got some familiar names, and then suddenly, day before, as FGC would do, just explodes with tons of competitors here. We have MFCR in the bracket, we have DIAPHONE, Silent is here, or Stealthy, excuse me. I mean, it's
Stealthy,
just
Silent.
Yeah, it's a synonym for stealth. That's how it is.
Yeah, but we also have some other names that people might recognize, such as, and I'm just going to double check to make sure they're all still here. Let's see. We've got... Oh, wait, where'd everybody go? Okay. Well...
Lining it up.
We're lining it up. But Amadeus, who's a really well-known...
Yes.
A very well-known Exard player who's going to be competing here today. And I mean, this is just kind of crazy. There's a lot of murderers up here.
Yeah.
Like you said, MFCR and all of that. So this is going to be YOYOMASTER and HACHIMAN. And this is all presented by Skullcandy, FYI. Thanks to them for helping sponsor this tournament, because we are also going to get the opportunity to give some of these away today. But we're going to get into it with Kai and Bridget.
Kai, Kiyusuke, and Bridget in particular has been on the rise, being able to lock things down. You have DIAPHONE in the bracket who's been really trying to unlock the character's potential. We've seen Hotashi as well trying to unlock his character. Stun, Dipper, interrupt on the yo-yo toss here.
Right, nice counter hit there. Okay, good tech on the grab as well. Stun Dipper doesn't get anything out of that. Just tries to close distance, but ooh, man, YOYOMASTER is really a master of this yo-yo. Just jumps over the projectile. All right, this is giving HACHIMAN a time to get in, but so much... Oh no, what do you do?
Yo, that was a really good install right there. We had the plus frames on the stun edge right there, especially with the shock state applied. Yo, this Izuna draw. Oh! That should have been a punish right there, but YOYOMASTER was a little too slow on the draw. The throw for the finish. YOYOMASTER taking the first round.
So the reason I said oh no, oh buddy, is that historically, in my time as a Guilty Gear Strive caster, I have yet to see a Kai win with Dragon install.
I've yet to see a Soul win with Dragon install and Exert, so who knows?
Yep, exactly. All right, Stun Dipper comes in, getting a little bit of damage. I would love to see HACHIMAN get more of the shock state onto YOYOMASTER. Oh my goodness, what a huge counter. And then the RC afterwards to continue the combo. Fantastic work from YOYOMASTER.
This is locked up. Beautiful Stun Dipper to get under the yo-yo setup here. And altering the route just to get the pickup low and be able to still get this carry. Shock state applied, so it's a safe Foudre arc.
Oh, just jumps over. The PRC does catch it. Throw you back in the corner. You live here now.
Absolutely. Right. Has to FD for your life. Low meter to do so, however. 6P.
This is 6P, the video game.
Yeah.
And that was a really nice adjustment from HACHIMAN. The first round felt like it was all YOYOMASTER, and then the adjustments came out, and just like we had talked about, it was put him in shock state and just get that extra damage potential, and you were good to go.
Absolutely. Got the knockout 2K on Wake Up as well from YOYOMASTER. You got to be careful of these yo-yo setups, because either they're going to get recalled or it's a teleport opportunity. Well, a pull opportunity just like that. Which will get anti-air by Kai.
Yeah, I like that that YOYOMASTER chose to burst there, because otherwise it would have been a lot more damage potential. The DP into the RC combo again, and I love the run under side switch. Ooh, RC comes back out from the HACHIMAN in return. Gonna get the Foudre. Let's see, we get... Oh god, there's so much to do FD there, but now YOYOMASTER doesn't have anything to work with. HACHIMAN, you know what? I really like the adjustments. That's going to put one on the board. And as a reminder to everybody, in case you're just joining us, or you don't remember all the time how we run the Guilty Gear Strive, this is all going to be 3 out of 5.
Yes, absolutely. I tell you, I'm getting the PTSD. Seeing the Stun Dippers just raw like that, it's It's tough. It's tough, but also I love the DPs coming out here from YOYOMASTER, right? Especially after the food ray arcs, you're stealing turns back, as one should. It's a little risky though when you have shock state applied, because generally it's still Kai's turn here. But if you're leaving a gap in that way, HACHIMAN's gonna pay the price for it.
Okay, getting into this next one, just
able to get out of it, but still there's the punish.
Yeah, I like that they were so willing to just use easy buttons to sort of play the neutral in the beginning. Nice teleport out of YOYOMASTER, forces the burst out of HACHIMAN just to be more defensive. And then, yeah, so I just realized I was waiting for Clay, and he didn't say that, and it was confusing
It's all in English.
Oh my god! Oh, I love the command grab out of YOYOMASTER there as well. And then a regular throw to counter as well. This is just like the first round last time. It's all YOYOMASTER.
Yep, absolutely. The aggression and also probably some unfamiliarity. There are very few Bridget players out there. Even playing it through the towers and in the parks. I've hardly seen too many Bridgets.
Yeah, I mean, she is a niche character, and
right.
I mean, although she does have the potential for a lot of damage output, you have to be really creative with your routing. And just as we've seen before with HACHIMAN, a lot of her overhead things and her aerials are easily 6-speed.
Okay, red RC to keep the pressure going. A couple 5Ks on delay, but no confirm after that first counter.
Alright, ooh. Oh, I love that. The way HACHIMAN canceled the projectile with the yo-yo throw, because it's a regular projectile, and that's how this works in this game, but with the food drag coming out from HACHIMAN into PRC. Oh, the adjustment from YOYOMASTER. Brilliantly done.
Okay, keep the pressure going here. That's the scary thing about Bridget, is that she is very well capable of locking the player down, just in the same way that Kai can lock things down. The win state, though, for Kai, and the difference between the two, Kai really needs the shock state applied to keep that pressure going safely in the corner without having these substantial gaps where YOYOMASTER is normally challenging, but the Vapor Thrust will get the kill here for the round.
That was excellently done. I like this, pardon me. I'm gonna be amused by English the entire time. But the way that HACHIMAN is able to adjust after these really aggressive rounds from YOYOMASTER has been excellent. The thing is, though, can they keep it up? Oh, has to burst the PRC. YOYOMASTer comes in with some nice aerial moves, gets a throw afterwards too. What's the setup? Oh, command grab, love it.
Okay. Backing away here, respecting the range of Kai right now. Good backdash. Doesn't even need to worry about the shock state. Oh, good cross up here from YOYOMASTer. Now we got the carry over the corner on the segue.
I'm really loving the way that YOYOMASTer is changing the game plan. They're being more creative. That's the kind of character Bridget forces you to be. But the DP comes out from YOYOMASTer. Yep, HACHIMAN being... Oh, I like that he tried to jump and change the jump arc with the JD, but it ended up being punished immensely. Oh, doesn't finish the combo, goes in for 2 5Ks, and the throw finishes it. Again, nice adjustments from HACHIMAN.
That's, consistency is the key factor here for Kai players in general. As long as you're consistent in your routings, in your confirms, you're going to be A-okay. And especially, too, in block strings as well. Like, as long as you're being very consistent with how you're playing and winning neutral situations, you're going to end up being A-okay, because the damage output is huge for Kai as long as you keep that consistency.
Right. I mean, I think that's the name of the game for Kai, is to be consistent. You are a consistent player.
Yeah.
And as long as you are able to keep that up, you're right, then it's just going to be totally fine.
Yeah, and it's really important that even at max range, you have the additional next step of how to get that confirmed and be able to route to like a substantial combo after that. That's how you get your optimizations, and it removes the idea of death by 1,000 cuts, because you're just outplaying your opponent in neutral with those further pokes from like Slash, but you had the follow-up with Stun Dipper right after. If you get your counter hit, 5K, you have a cancel or a follow-up even into Dire Clat as well. So there's plenty of options for Kai to close the gap. That's why you see so many of his normals will advance ever so slightly. But here we go, going back into it. YOYOMASTer has capability, right? Bridget generally wants to get really well set up. Having a yo-yo in the background, whether it's going to be recalled to do a damage from behind, or even being able to maneuver out of the air, like you've been saying throughout the set.
Right. I mean, again, I like the way that YOYOMASTER is being creative, but I feel like HACHIMAN just constantly has the upper hand because, like you said, Zero, the consistency is there. Ooh. Okay, I like the 2 keys coming out there from YOYOMASTER. Oh no! That burst has been working fabulously for YOYOMASTER, and HACHIMAN was just able to capitalize. Breaks the wall with a Vapor Thrust. What a move. And now just back to neutral. But this is a huge hill to climb for YOYOMASTER. No, it's not. You're dead.
Yeah, that was a very gutsy opener right there from YOYOMASTER, especially considering. But HACHIMAN's still able to hold out. Lots of work to be done. There's that recall, and HACHIMAN really respecting the yo-yo setup too, because now you're trying to force Bridget into a bad situation, and Kai is more than capable of his anti-airing.
Ooh! I let run in, back. Catches the backdash from YOYOMASTER, and now, like we mentioned in the beginning, YOYOMASTER's kind of living in shock state, and that's allowing HACHIMAN some good opportunities, except for right there because they were out of grab range, and this is a big counter hit from YOYOMASTer. Does HACHIMAN recover from this? Maybe after the
command grab. You're done.
Wow. Again, these two are doing a great job adjusting and outplaying consistently.
Yeah, that's the ferocity of Bridget right there. You might not get a turn out of the corner, and she doesn't have to really have like a win condition like shock state in a corner situation. It's the frame traps from Yo-Yo in general, but I love the stun dipper play, honestly, being able to interrupt a lot of the setup from Bridget. So I think we might have a solution here in the set. HACHIMAN's certainly been setting it, and it's been working out in spades. Wow, bro.
Right, but YOYOMASTer honestly doing a great job readjusting. Was going for a 6H there, it did not work, but the backdash was caught by HACHIMAN's PRC. The DP comes out, forces out a burst. The side switch has occurred now, and now HACHIMAN's back in the corner, and this is where YOYOMASTer can be a lot more terrifying. Okay, nope. Oh, that was really nice. And then 2K2D, Stun Dipper once again. Like you said, the Stun Dipper play is huge. Ends with the wall break, and that clutched it out for HACHIMAN. 3-0 against YOYOMASTer.
Standing up a little bit too early right there was Bridget. You already had the low block, and you know, sometimes it's just worth it at that range, especially considering you're up against Kai. There's no way that overhead's coming in the form of a tap dust. The only other option you think about is IAD and go for I guess like a RC cancel in for jump dust. We've seen that, you know, get a couple double highs off of it, especially with IAD jump K. But yeah, no, at that range, keep blocking low. Could have held off against that stun dipper, but yeah, Kai's will send it though. I can't even try to front. Like, that is definitely something that people get caught by a lot.
Yeah, so let's take a look back at this replay here and watch how HACHIMAN was just able to clutch this out, even against some of these incredible moves right there. It was just 6P into the dire clay. So great.
But then this corner pressure here from Bridget, just on the other side of the coin, right? You're just constantly resetting Yo-Yo. You got the segue. You got the overdrive for the kill as well on top of it. Bridget is definitely a character that can control the pace in neutral, much in the same way that Kai can, but Kai has some of the better ranges, but golly, the damage output also on top of it is insane.
It is, and I really did love and want to continue to highlight YOYOMASTer's excellent movement because it really showcased the options that you have on Bridget, but once again, the name of the game was HACHIMAN's consistency, able to clutch so many things out. So this was this the one? Okay, no, it's the one right after this where it was a similar health differential, and then Kai was just able to come back because, like you said, of the consistency. Something we talk about fairly frequently with this game is the number of hits it takes to kill a character, because this is a very high damage output game, and characters like Bridget, like say Anji, Chip, have to hit you a lot of times before you die, whereas some characters who have a high damage output, say for example Nago or Soul, they can kill you. I've seen a Nago kill in 2 touches.
But it's certainly possible. I've seen 70% get erased because of Nagoriyuki hit a counter hit on round start. Right.
So as going back to something that you were saying, you have to be either really consistent or just have a consistent outplay. You have to be able to adjust, adapt, and really outplay your opponent, especially when they are playing a high damage output character like some of the ones that we mentioned. Kai isn't really one of those high damage output. I mean, he's better. Yeah, a whole lot better than when he started. Shout outs to, what was it, June 2021? There was another year. No, it was 2020. I don't remember. How long has this game been out? Good God.
It's been just over a year. We hit.
Wow.
We hit there.
Can you believe it? It feels like it's been no time and all the time.
Yeah. We got, the extra taste of the beta and then leading into the full release, and then just hot after that, a couple Arc Revo tours alongside it too. So there's been a ton of competition. We're just getting into the new season of characters to come through, Bridget being one of the first ones to release. And if calendars are to be believed, we're hitting in the last month of fall, so there should be another character sometime soon. Who knows when? But also crossplay is going to be implemented as well across PS4 and PC, and Xbox is getting Guilty Gear later as well. So everyone's going to be able to play Guilty Gear Strive no matter where you are or no matter what platform you're on. So that's exciting.
Which is amazing.
Yes.
I also, while we are getting into this next match, want to highlight underneath Zero's portrait, we have some of our fantastic sponsors that are listed below. In particular, we do want to highlight Skullcandy, who is one of the primary sponsors of this tournament. And you can see, oh, look, there's a flyout under me now.
Oh.
You can get these sick headsets. As a matter of fact, if you type !SLYR, S-L-Y-R, into the chat, you can enter to win one of these headsets right now.
Yes.
We're going to be giving away some of these today during the broadcast, so if you want to get your hands on one of these for free, now is the time. And we do want to thank Skullcandy for helping sponsor this, because it's great that, to have that kind of support. And I was saying to one of our producers as we were getting ready for this, like, Skullcandy were the only earbuds that I bought have bought for years.
The inked line of earbuds, I still have them. They're so consistent.
They're so good.
Yes.
Yeah, speaking of consistency.
Yo, Dawn out here, Exorcist Zone, full bad guy, up against BRAYNOR from Giovanna. This matchup is absolutely volatile and terrifying. 6S is definitely, you gotta be so careful. You get counter hit, you're probably gonna die by it. But Giovanna has some movement to kind of lob and weave between some of these highs from Soul Bad Guy here.
Yeah, and already we're seeing just this neutral game, this back and forth, the give and take is incredible. Oh, that could have been so much more punish from BRAYNOR, but actually, they're getting some great things out of this. And then the corner pressure too gets the wall break afterwards. Ooh, the movement on BRAYNOR right now.
That was a small shimmy wimmy right there in the corner to make Dawn whip the throw. Good finish. Look a little shaky in some of the combo routing there. You gotta, again, consistency is probably gonna be the theme of tonight here, or this afternoon rather. Because you don't want to be dropping combos against Soul. Soul just needs a couple touches. We just talked about it here, and you're going to see why if you make these mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. The thing with Geo is that she can just be she can lock down an opponent so quickly with her excellent toolkit. But then, like we were saying, one of the high output characters of this tournament is Soul. And he's going to go ahead and get the wall break your chin, take it just like that.
Yeah, again, scrambly. A little bit scrambly here for BRAYNOR in the corner. We got to clean up that defense. Have to be careful, too, because we've seen some of these far slashes kind of flutter into the wind right there, and that's opportunity for Dawn to go for that full punish. Nice 6P on the jump in. Yikes!
Yeah, big yikes. Oh, did it go all the way to the corner, too?
Nice.
Ooh, nice throw. I think the wall break potential has been reset. Yeah, go ahead and burst. And then 6P with the RC afterwards. Not going to finish the combo. He went a little too far. So this is giving BRAYNOR Dawn another chance at life, which is a little scary.
Okay. At least we got the throw here. Yeah, that's the scary thing about Giovanna's game plan is that she has to, again, her pressure is important on frame traps, and if the player isn't aware of the gaps that Giovanna's leaving, then they're going to get caught for trying to press a button between it. But Soul has a 5K, a stupid fast button, and a really good combo starter in a lot of cases here. for the enders for Giovanna on most routings is definitely just punishable. We're talking 2 and 4K from Giovanna. If you're too close, that's a full punish on the block, and normally most of the cats can't punish that.
Which is crazy, by the way.
It is actually insane that Soul has a beautiful
and we've got
button
the
that way.
switch to Potemkin. Speaking of high damage characters, I have seen a round go pot buster, overdrive, you're dead.
Yeah, this is, oh my god. Yeah, hard knockdown. Oh, actually gonna get a shatter. Nice stuff.
Oh man. See, the thing is too, Geo is, because of the way that she stands, a lot of Potemkin's moves will go straight over her. So you have to be really careful what you decide to do. There's a pot buster. Goodbye, 50% health.
That was great. A 5E. Oh my god. But not able to wrap it up. Run into the clutches of Potemkin here. All right, it's still Potemkin's turn. Nice PRC, pop buster into death. I was gonna say I've not seen Don's Potemkin, so
You know-
I'm interested to see how this shakes up, because I like this in favor of Giovanna. Faster, able to trap a lot of the startup from Potemkin, and low profile most of Potemkin's moves, like you were saying.
Exactly. I mean, I don't. The thing is, I don't hate the change for Dawn either, because even more than with Soul, you're able to get so much more damage out, and you have a lot of guard crush moves as Potemkin. But this is the worry that I have for Dawn, is that when Geo gets going and she doesn't let you play, it's a huge problem. But this could have been so much worse because she just walked away.
Okay, one more interaction will do, and look, because we're at 50% tension, we have increased chip damage there, and the 2D does get the kill.
A lot of, just a lot of corner pressure coming out from BRAYNOR, which is exactly what should be doing. Nice. Yeah. Get that into this overdrive. That's going to give you so much more damage. And then you get to have all that positive tension too. Walk up throw barely does anything because Potemkin's guts is so high. And this is giving Dawn an opportunity. Dashes in, went in for a grab, PRC for PRC, and just start slide heading so you can get that with an aggressive burst. Gold burst comes out. What are you going to get? Smack!
Oh, really? 5
Mega Fist into the RC?
You're actually dead! No, but dropped it! You needed one more Mega Fist! Done! That was it! You had the kill! Oh. Well, them's the breaks. Again, like I said, you can't, like, mistakes will cost you in a game as volatile as Guilty Gear Strive. If you drop combos in those situations, look, you're gonna pay the price.
Yeah, you are. And Dawn still thought that that was better. I mean, to be fair, it actually was, because it was 1-1 in rounds. It did go better. And I think that's great. So, you know, go ahead, do it again. Start with slide head. That's the traditional starter I was looking for.
Get that knockdown there. Drill plus, and look at the back. Okay, gold burst. What are you going to do with it, Don?
Oh. Okay, well, spent 1 bar already, and now BRAYNOR just the dashing on Geo. So good. Okay, gets a little bit of a hit.
Nice.
And then I love the PRC into that particular pot buster because look how much damage. And now Geo's far away, allowing a lot of slide heads. But now she's back in because that's just what Geo does.
Nice big fist. Red RC. Wants to get down to the ground. Jeez.
Oh, this is bad. Like, the way that BRAYNOR was able to get so much of that damage up so fast with the tension, but it's so back and forth.
Must be so careful here. Nice. 6H not finding the mark, and you tried to challenge at a mid-range, and you see how long the arms of Potemkin are? Don't do that.
They're super long. And they're made of metal. They got these, though.
Oh, a little bit early on the backdash. Try to avoid the slide head.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but, you know, that does happen. Comes in, again, just the dashing movement from BRAYNOR is really essential in their game plan. Yeah, had to burst that because that could have been wall break pretty close afterwards, and you just don't want to give Geo the opportunity for either 5 or 10% extra damage.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay. Oh, back Mega Fist here. Wants to maintain corner control, but 5B interrupt. Oh, my goodness. I'm pretty certain he had enough time there to sneak in a Pop Buster. Would have caught the startup after that jump D was blocked. But, yeah, BRAYNOR tying it up in rounds. Don still putting in work. It's your last shot.
Oh, went for a grab, and this is going to be a lot of damage coming out from BRAYNOR. And gets, oh no, I'm sorry, does not get control of the corner. Now it's Dawn with corner control. Does get pushed out of it with a big counter hit, though.
Yeah, double dashing does kind of mess up that meaty timing there for Giovanni. You have to be a little bit earlier on your meaty setup there. Nice. Garuda,
that was
Pop
nice.
Buster,
Pop Buster,
you're
you're dead. You're dead. Okay. With this Potemkin pick, Dawn now has one on the board. Yay, it's not going to be all 3-0s. I hate it when it's all 3-0s. Need more Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, so Pop winning. The damage output is there. And of course, like you said earlier too, Pop can take a few more hits. So if you end up messing up a couple times, it's not as big a deal. But Don can sneak in quite a few Pop Busters against Giovanna in some of these gaps. But the problem is, BRAYNOR is so aggressive that it's really hard to get used to a consistent timing of where those frame traps are.
Yeah. Alright, I'm interested to see the adjustments from BRAYNOR in this one, because I feel like Dawn is doing a really great job just making some very fast decision making and changing things. I love how many more slide heads are coming in, but they're good slide heads. They're not slide heads for the sake of doing it, but that was not... I was just complimenting you, Dawn. Come on, buddy.
How did you have time to backdash, BRAYNOR? You were in a forward dash!
Because Geo things, just Geo things. But this is still looking very, very difficult. YRC is going to reset, 2K2D comes out, and then the jump over, but just a kick from Dawn.
2K2D right back at you. I want to see a few more of these of 6Ps from Dawn in neutral, because BRAYNOR should not be dashing up for free with a bar heavy slash, with a bar slash, with a 5K. You need to start punishing some of these.
You really do. You really do.
If you're not in the block, at least use the low profile that's going to shut down the Giovanna approach. Ooh, expected a burst and nothing doing. BRAYNOR taking a round.
I love this song so much. Anyway, getting back into it now.
Nice. Ooh, nice job. No solid confirm, but 8 the 2-on-4. 6B that too.
Alright. Ooh! Big overhead comes out. This is... Oh! I like the meaty timing on that, just to stop Geo from doing anything crazy. This... Oh yeah, you gotta burst that. That was gonna be the end of your life, because wall break was coming very soon. Slide head, and then just the dash up... Oh! I think that hit both of us through the internet.
Yeah, that was a backdash that got caught by the 6H right there. Again, double dashing, a little unsafe for Giovanna to do, but now it's tied up 2-2. And honestly, this adjustment, picking up Potemkin, the damage output increases astronomically when you're picking a grappler like Potemkin that can just Kara Pop Buster you from pretty decent ranges. But again, we got to start interrupting some of this dash up approach from Giovanna, right? Whether it just be a 5P interrupt or even better, the 6P if you don't want to risk getting counter hit by heavy slash from Giovanna.
I have nothing to follow up on that. Listen to Zero. Right here, got it. That's the name of the game. I mean, sometimes it's fun to be like, yeah, and they could also do XYZ. I'm like, nope, that's the whole game plan. That right there, that's it. That's the game plan.
That, look, you're not allowed to get away with these things. Like, I'm used to how you're approaching me in neutral. I'm going to shut it down. But regardless, Don's up 2-2 right now. Last shot.
Yeah,
wow.
Nice. Yeah, that's such a good choice of moveset. And then the FTB afterwards just gonna click, get out of here. Ooh, a big gold burst too. There comes the projectile screen, I don't know, the LCD. Oh! And then you get dash up grab. You're not dead. Oh, you're dead because it went right on top of the overdrive. That was a ooh, what a commanding move from Dawn in that one.
Risk reward situation right there where, it's either you take the hit and, just go ahead and take the damage, or you have to dash up FB block and make sure you block the mixed after, which isn't necessarily going to be overhead. You can just block low and, wait for the next interaction. But as long as you're blocking first, that's important. You don't want to get pop bustered there.
No, you really don't. Okay, 2K2D does not get anything, and then, Dawn just having the infinite wisdom to jump there and miss all of that incoming from BRAYNOR, but then takes the rest of it. This is it. One round, that decides it.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate misinput right there on the jump K from Dom. What? Wide head?
Yeah. And then the 5-piece coming out from BRAYNOR just to check what Dawn is doing. And that actually went through the moves, forcing Dawn to use his burst pretty early in this round, which is significant because BRAYNOR still has their burst and a lot of tension. Getting more damage output here.
You got to start with the 6H, and oh my goodness. You see all this meter here? You got to be so careful. I saw the buffer there from BRAYNOR to try to get in a overdrive. 100 meter, that'll do.
Nicely done. Excellent adjustments. Excellent adjustments. And the way that they were able to take that back and just be more confident in the moves that they were picking paid off dividends.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even still for Dawn, right? Especially like just one switching over to Potemkin is tremendous, but also it's very difficult to go up against Giovanna as Potemkin simply because of the rush down that she has. You're looking here with Soul back eye with Volcanic. It's okay. Still got the pickup off 2S, counter hit, and able to get the kill. And that's the beautiful thing about Soul is that even if you mess up your routing, you can still kind of pick up from where you left off. This Kara pop buster for the kill though was phenomenal. That sent the message that yes, Dawn does know how to play Potemkin, and you have to be wary about it.
Right. And that was really surprising, especially because you're like, I've never seen him play this character, and he was like, I am proficient.
Yeah, no,
and that was great.
Here we go. So, yeah, another, it's crazy to see the pressure here from BRAYNOR, because it was a lot of dash up far slash. And I was talking about how, now you can 6P through her far slash and kind of just set up a situation where it's very difficult for Giovanna to get in. You don't want to be caught in these frame traps. You want to send the frame traps, especially after Garuda impact here to get those pop busters. But the back and forth between these two, like you're fighting on a razor's edge as Giovanna, because if you make a couple mistakes, you're dead. And Giovanna has to hit Potemkin so much more.
Yes.
But yeah, that was the ender right there with that overdrive. Just, clean, kept it consistent. The simple stuff. Simple stuff goes far. And Giovanna doesn't have to be too crazy to pile on the damage.
No, especially as you had pointed out, you're like, look at the tension. And most people know this by now, but in case you're like, I just stumbled across this bracket. What does Giovanna do? Why does she turn purple? In this case, sometimes she turns different colors depending on the skin. But at 50% and 100% tension, Giovanna gains a damage boost. So at 50%, it's 5% more damage, and at 100, it's 10%. So that actually, when Geos are not spending tension, when they're not FDing, you should be getting more scared because they are looking to do high damage output combos the more tension that they gain. So just be aware of that. Be like, oh god, we're approaching 100% tension. This is gonna be a little bit scary for me.
And now too, it adds even more chip damage as well to those buttons.
Right.
So it's definitely rough to deal with. You don't too often see Giovanna players sitting at the 100% tension. The boost is good, but it's not, like a Nagoriyuki sitting at level 2 blood, right? It is that maybe that extra oomph that you need to get the kill. But DIAPHONE is going to go up against Somnium here. That's Bridget versus Ramlethal. And honestly, this might be really tough for Bridget. I'm curious how DIAPHONE is going to solve this one.
I'm not sure. DIAPHONE is an incredibly diverse player and really has been loving playing this character. But this is what I think his third or fourth character since it came out. Started with Eno, moved to Viking for a little bit, had a little bit of Testament as well. But that was very, very definitive from Somnium.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at the range that Ramlethal gets to play in as well. Can kind of shut down the startup of a lot of what Bridget wants to do to set up. Daro series, beautiful DP, yes. But windshield wipers does find its hit. And good burst from DIAPHONE.
The burst to get out in the corner, I liked it, but unfortunately now, okay, they just dashed out of it. But now we're switching sides in the corner. The thing is, Somnium could get like 3 hits and be fine. But DIAPHONE has to work so hard in this. Oh, I love the air movement coming out and just the contention, but the entire Rekka comes out, had enough to RC, run under side switch, back in the corner, get the wall break, but you're not dead.
Good jump there. Look, oh my god, has to hold it, and nice. Able to capitalize with plus frames. But the flash works out in Somnium's favor. Yeah.
Oh, that was so fast.
That's the damage output of Ramthal.
Yes, it is. It's so interesting because when the game came out, it felt like there were so many Rams, and then they dwindled as more characters got added to the cast, and then we don't see her as often in, I would say, higher level gameplay. But then when you go back to things like locals or regionals, so many people are like, Ram is an issue because, you know, for a lot of players, she still is an issue. But DIAPHONE, with their creativity, I want to see what they can do to change this. That was a nice start, but look at how many hits the DIAPHONE got just to get that with the wall break combo. Ram can do that in spades with like 4 hits.
Absolutely. You know, Ramthal definitely, I feel like he got better as a community on defense when it comes down to handling Ramthal, right? And yes, the problem with Ramthal, ooh, great reversal. Yeah, nice showing from Somnium there to show that we got those too. But the problem with Ramthal is that damage output, like we're talking about, right? And characters can navigate the neutral against Ram. It's the damage output plus the corner lockdown that Ram is capable of. And DIAPHONE has found the gaps here, especially having a true DP reversal from Bridget. That helps tremendously.
Yes, definitely has. That's the thing that Bridget has in her advantage against Ram, is that she is so versatile in movement options. Yay, I love that overdrive! Actually, I like both of them because Roger is great and I love Bears, so it's perfect. But now, this is a really scary situation for DIAPHONE because Ram just excels with this corner pressure and does have longer ranged hits than DIAPHONE does in neutral situations. And just like that, Mortabato comes out and it's pretty much even.
Nice anti-air DP. There's a burst. We want to pick it up to call out the burst.
Good adjustments from DIAPHONE.
Absolutely. 1-1 right now. And yeah, I love the red RC up just to make sure that we can pick up the opponent, delay the fall. And then it gives you additional time to kind of wait and see what the opponent's going to do. Because at the life deficit that Somnium was at, they had to burst. It was a do or die burst moment. And it was waiting on to see who's going to pull the trigger first. Was DIAPHONE going to jump up and try to finish the round? Or was Somnium about to burst and Somnium couldn't wait any longer? And that got DIAPHONE the victory.
Nice start. Oh, I love the use of the command grab there. Didn't have enough tension to RC it, but it doesn't really matter because right now DIAPHONE is looking really scary. What a commanding start. And just got enough overdrive meter or tension to get this overdrive too. You've got 1 hit. That's all you need. Incoming. That's perfect.
Yes, I'm telling you, Bridget is one of those characters that y'all cannot sleep on. This is definitely a character you need to start paying attention to, even from the drop of this character. She was a strong character. It was just about unlocking that potential. She's not, you know, instant win type of character, right? But like the ability that she has to trap the opponent with all these plus frames and different approach options, it's gonna be a nightmare. Nice.
Good lord. I mean, okay, DIAPHONE, the first round didn't count, did it?
No, not at all. Look, it was the warm-up. It was the warm-up.
It was the warm-up. That was... Oh my god.
Wanted to see what this Ramthal was all about. Wanted to see if they had what it takes to handle this yo-yo pressure. Do you know how to walk the dog? Didn't think so. Time to open up a bag of tricks.
Yep, that's a thing. Holy moly. Also, I did see recently that there was a prop company that designed a real yo-yo that's based on Bridget's, and it looks mad good. And it's functional, too.
That's insane that it's functional. That thing is a hefty yo-yo.
It's sure to be. Oh my god. They got, DIAPHONE got a gold burst off of the whiffed grab attempt from Somnium. This is actually stronger from Somnium, but I feel like DIAPHONE now mentally has the upper hand. I love stopping the dash in too, just to start pressure again. Buddy, what are you gonna do? Nothing, you're hit. Somnium. This is incredible.
I'm getting hints of Eno right here, you know, just the high-low potential here. Like, you know, Eno just has that very unique dash that allows for her to get the instant overheads, but DIAPHONE is setting up with yo-yo and still placing on top with highs, especially when going to segue. Nice command grab.
Oh, Jesus. I am loving the way that DIAPHONE is playing, but now gets hit with finally an opportunity for Somnium. I thought they were not going to be able to get that move out in time. I always get really, really nervous, but 2K2D comes out from Diaphone. Mortabato does hit raw super. That's an option.
Oh yeah, the one reverse you gotta watch out for the resources on Ramaphal's end. If she has 50% attention and you're in neutral, watch out for the, come on and slam windshield wipers into RC, or even a reversal Mortal Bato. Like, those two things are going to be on the docket for any Ram player.
Okay, coming in now. Oh, the hero burst, as we like to call it, and that's it. A perfect Diaphone, whereas the first game was looking very, very touch and go, just not, those definitive Ram matchups. Diaphone just came back, closed it out with multiple perfects in those last few games, just showing why he is such an innovator on these really niche characters.
Yeah, Bridget is definitely going to be the one that you want to do homework on. Like, I can't stress enough, this character is absolutely dangerous in the right hands, but Mortal Bato is also a very dangerous option in the hands of any Ramaphal's player. And again, like, managing resources is definitely something you have to do in fighting games in general, but this call out on the burst, that's simply because of the fact that Diaphone was paying attention to those resources that were available. They had 100% tension, was able to get the red RC drift upward, again, to pick up that fight, to delay the fall time for Ramathal, and further solidify the decision-making for Somnium. How am I going to get out of this? I have to burst. But look, PRC, another way of utilizing resources again. PRC go for a high and set Bridget up for success.
That's the thing, is Diaphone is so willing to capitalize on... Oh, that was wrong. Mortabato, that just cracked me up. But Diaphone is so willing to capitalize on any movement misinput. Not even misinputs. Any of the movement decisions that benefit Bridget's, or whatever character he chooses to play as movement. Just like that, forcing out a burst because he'd been so aggressive and chose to just not in that moment. Yeah. So smart. The way that, Diaphone, if you are unaware of who this person is, incredible player, content creator, notable member of the community for a very, very, very long time, and chooses these characters that are a little bit more niche, so to speak, but is so good at being able to make them look absolutely top tier.
Yeah, absolutely. Even when there were naysayers, like, still Diaphone stuck it out, playing with Biken has been on the rise very recently, but also laying the groundwork. Diaphone was there, and I'm pretty confident, a video in which here's how I approach Biken, and how you might want to approach playing Biken. So definitely check out Diaphone's content on YouTube, or even follow on Twitter as well if you want to learn more about Guilty Gear, or those three characters in particular, Bridget, and Biken as well. So but yeah, running into characters you're unfamiliar with are just, it's gonna happen at this point. Testament and Bridget are the two newer characters to the cast, but also, again, like, very few and far between to run into. The difference being, I've seen a lot more Testament day one than I have seen Bridget day one, which is interesting because both characters are strong. It's just, I'm curious as to what's the hesitancy for Bridget as compared to Testament. Maybe it's because both characters we haven't seen since Double X anyway, so what the whoop, guys? Come on.
I don't know. I do think that both of those characters, because they have a much more complex move set, as far as inputs and decision making that you do need to do, there is some, especially because something that we have commented on for a long time with Strive is that compared to other Guilty Gears, movesets for a lot of the characters are a lot more simple and more straightforward. But I feel like of all of the DLC characters, with the exception of Biken and Gold Lewis, who both have more complex physical inputs, everybody either has some insane routing that they need to do, extra meters that they need to take care of, a different mechanic that the rest of the cast doesn't have. So, with that, you have Jacko, Happy Chaos, Testament, all of those characters that have these additional things that you have to pay attention to, whereas, say, a character, even Biken, who is a DLC character, extremely straightforward as far as what you're putting in for inputs. The move list is very small, whereas if you bring up somebody's like Happy Chaos, that's intimidating to see all of those movesets, because I believe, now I can say for sure with Jacko, she's got 9 special moves. That's insane. to have to control all of that. So I can definitely see where there is some hesitancy. But once you learn some basic things, you're definitely going to be able to find success. And now, DIAPHONE versus MFCR. What are we in grand finals already?
Yeah, wait a minute. I'm trying to get a quick refresh here. I think this is winner semis. Let me double check. Yeah, we're getting down to it. Wow. Yeah, winner semis here. We're already hitting the first round of winner side top 8. DIAPHONE up against MFCR.
Yeah, so this is a huge mountain to climb for DIAPHONE. I mean, everybody has seen the success of Leo on players like, Tempest, on Razzo. So we know what Leo can do, but what can DIAPHONE do to get into it? What can you bait out of Leo? Particularly looking for whiffed DPs, because that is just the downfall of Leo players.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting too, especially like both characters can disrespect any of the frame gaps that they do leave in block strings there if you try to keep it in reset for, bro. Both characters have a DP, but MFCR's DP and Leo, just that down up flash kick, right? So we don't have to worry about like which direction. Boom, there it is. Hard knockdown. We went for the heavy version. The throw from DIAPHONE.
This is... Ooh, DIAPHONE is so brave, but then the reversal cuts it off RC, but DIAPHONE was able to block it. Big counter hit comes at MCR, and the burst to get out of the situation. Sorry, you're in the situation. Ends it with the overdrive. MFCR is going to take the first game.
Don't ever put MFCR in a situation. Never. Don't do it.
I mean, okay. I agree. That was the situation.
Don't put MFCR in a situation. You'll get... Oh, you're asking for it. Against Leo? Oh, no. All right, well, game 2. MFCR up, DIAPHONE.
Oh, boy.
Still opting for Bridget here, which I think is a great call. There's a lot of setup potential where Bridget can kind of maintain safety away from, some reversal attempts from Leo.
Well, and I think, too, out of the characters that DIAPHONE is known to play, that Bridget is the one who has the most ranged options and can outrange some of those normals that MFCR is going to throw out.
Ooh, good throw. Yeah, that's a
Nicely
big call
done.
right there, too, because you're thinking about, Eno's movement to really apply their winning strategy puts her at a big risk because you're in the air anyway, so that's interruptible by flash kick. Biken's opportunity is great, but you're putting yourself in the same range that Leo wants to be in the first place. So Biken's a great call, despite getting shattered into the next section of the stage here.
Right, so now, that was a big counter hit side switch. It looked like DIAPHONE went in for 2 separate grab attempts there, but didn't work out. MFCR, another round on the board. This is going extremely quickly.
Another knock at the door right there, 5P, but no confirm after. Nice jump.
Right? Comes in. Just good setup there out of DIAPHONE. Yeah, MFCR FDing to avoid a lot of that. Backdash into the combo. Gets put back into the corner. Oh, the Leo fish comes out. And I love these ways that MFCR is so willing to cut off the DP to RC to continue a combo and just get more damage out of it. Back turn comes out. The burst caught. MFCR, another game.
That was big. That was the immediate cancel. Like, no, you're bursting here. I'm not gonna. No, you're not allowed to do that. But yeah, that's a great call out too. Red RC cancel, and not even getting the combo to extend enough to get a shatter. We were just keeping that corner position because we're already winning. We've done the work. We don't need to try to close the gap and give DIAPHONE another opportunity to set up their neutral game. Let me just shut that down completely because the next shatter is guaranteed going to kill.
Let's see, round start. I love how they just countered each other with some tiny little move. The projectile, I like the way MFCR is deciding to do all of these projectiles to counter the long-range moves from DIAPHONE.
Yes.
Because if DIAPHONE's stuck in some kind of animation, then that's going to really hurt. Finally, DIAPHONE gets some damage onto the table. Yeah, I would definitely spend that tension. You're going to gain it back anyway. And you want as much advantage as you can get against MFCR.
Yeah, got that positive bonus. Wow. All right. Yep, immediately red RC. I don't blame you because look, that flash kick was primed and ready.
It surely was. Oh boy. Okay. Good start again. And then the dash command grab with Rock the Baby coming out. And a burst from MFCR has to spend that. Oh my god, DIAPHONE just turns it up at one point, and all of a sudden, you're hit.
Okay, yeah, we definitely have to send it, make it count here. But that was a gutsy pull in there on the yo-yo, because that was anti-airable. Okay, had to stand. Yep, now the charge is reset, so you can continue the pressure.
Oh no! DIAPHONE went in for a grab, but MFCR who did the dash through and back turn. Counter in the air. RC doesn't get anything. Ooh. Nobody's making moves. Nice. Oh, somebody made a move. It's MFCR. Gonna get the wall break. Yep. Turbulence. Ow. There was so much scramble in like the last 5 seconds of that particular round.
Welcome to Guilty Gear, where you know, immediately the corner can become a nightmare for both players. Nice.
It is, yep. Ooh. I still want to see the other super because Roger puts on aviators and it just makes me happy. Anyway, catches a backdash from MFCR. If MFCR doesn't burst, okay, no, that was actually the safest point where he could have burst. It could have been detrimental otherwise. Runs the full DP because he didn't have tension to red RC out of it and continue a combo, but was out of range for the overhead kick, and that allows DIAPHONE to get the game.
Okay, good snipe there. First game on the board here, and still DIAPHONE not out of this yet. You know, just needs to kind of continue what they just did in this round, right? You know, just lock things down. I do appreciate, though, we're spending the opportunity to force MFCR to stand, which removes the option of a flash kick to be imminent. So then that way you can reapply pressure and try another frame gap attempt. But also, that just goes to show that MFCR is not looking for a flash kick opportunity in those situations. They're looking to kind of hold on defense. And when your opponent is overwhelmed in that way, that sends a strong message that what you're doing is working, and just remain with it. Don't fear that flash kick at that point.
I think that is such an excellent point to make, but in the meantime, once again, MFCR didn't have the tension to get that RC afterwards and gets a burst out of DIAPHONE. Wow, the movement, couldn't quite see where MFCR was and sort of banked on them being right underneath with the Roger dive. It didn't work out, gets hit with the projectiles, exactly what I said, in 2 techs. This time does have the meter to RC, and Bridget has turned in from a yo-yo to a basketball. Oh, the turbulence wasn't close enough. He had to really figure out what to do fast.
Okay. Tap does pick up as well.
Holy moly, that was such a great carry combo, and the PRC set up afterward. Oh boy,
that was off of a throw. I think we wanted a red RC there a little bit early. Yo, hard knockdown. OTG.
Okay. As fast as I thought the DIAPHONE was going to take that, MFCR said, nope, it's mine.
Just come out swinging. Nice cross up.
Oh, DP comes out of DIAPHONE, though, just trying to change this. Once again, the Roger dive, MFCR isn't falling for it. This is something that, against Somnium, worked almost every time.
But you saw there, though, that DIAPHONE had to set up the yo-yo recall. So despite the Roger dive missing, we still chased down, and MFCR got punished for trying to punish the Roger dive. This time, finding the mark from DIAPHONE.
Yeah, I'm really glad you pointed that out, because it was extremely important. Okay, Bridget does have a lot of tension, spends 50% to get out of the way, and punishes the wild DP. He could finish it. Oh, he doesn't even need to use that extra tension for an overdrive to complete that. However, it's still a very scary situation. This run-up grab into back turn, the overhead starts for Leia. Once again, the turbulence was out of it, but DIAPHONE was pushing a button, so now it's allowing MFCR this huge lead.
I wonder if these are just preemptive setups or if we are just really dropping here, because... Oh, wow. Wow, excuse me. Wait. Well, that was Dustin, the heavy flash kick? Oh, that's a believer if I ever saw one.
Ow. That hurt my soul. Jeez, I really did even... I hate saying this, but I was like 3-1, but it actually felt much closer than that.
Oh, yeah.
It really did feel like there was quite the conversation between these two players, and they are both very high-level players, so you got to see a lot of, you know, outplay and overplay and just adjustments on the fly, which is exactly what this game is about. Who can adjust faster?
Yeah, who can adjust faster, who can capitalize on, you know, the straight hit moments. There's a lot of times where folks will talk about scrambles in certain situations, and especially in like corners, right, where, you know, you're seeing straight hit after straight and nothing's finding its mark after. there are some players who really thrive in those situations, and I find that more often than not, Leo players are the ones that do come out on top in a scramble situation there, because they're so used to getting massive counter hits from really extended reaches like we just saw there in the corner, or just off of an odd situation where maybe I got a 2D snuck in there, or maybe my back turn actually did get the counter hit, especially even like if you talk about going through the overhead setup as well to get the guard crush. It's so important for Leo to capitalize, but here on this heavy flash kick punish, great optimization there. I'm loving this tap dust stuff here that has become the norm to extend combos there, because now it gets that extra lift if you already hit somebody off that counter hit, or just in general, right? You don't have to drift as often anymore. Sometimes you still do to get the extended height. Some characters will get more benefit out of it, but still, DIAPHONE optimizing combos has always been a real treat to watch.
And we are right back into it. Shout out to our production team for keeping this rolling.
Oh, yeah.
Because holy moly, this is crazy. This is BRAYNOR versus Corey. So this is not Corey on his gamer tag. But BRAYNOR, who we saw earlier with that really nice Geo play, and Corey is new to the stream as of right now.
Yes.
But holy Totsugeki, and also why is everybody using the purple skins? Because it makes me so happy.
It's on theme, right? The black edition of the Slayer headset has the purple in it, the blue and purple, as you can see there right in the middle, and everybody wants to match up with that headset. In fact, if you want one of your own, make sure you check out the giveaway. Use an exclamation point giveaway and try to get yourself a nice Skullcandy Slayer headset.
Yeah, by the way, we don't have just one, we have 2 to give away, so make sure that you go ahead and enter, because you're gonna definitely want to get your hands on one. Just like how BRAYNOR is gonna want to get his hands on another chance at this game.
You know what's
because
fascinating?
That was crazy.
What's fascinating is BRAYNOR is now forced to have a taste of their own medicine.
Right?
The aggression from Corey's Mei, which Mei kind of has to, right? I say it all the time, Mei has a very simple game plan. Probably one of the shortest move lists in the entire game. I think she really has 3 specials, maybe 4. I'll give you 4. She's a Pokemon, whatever. But, whatever. She's out here messing around in neutral with disjointed hurtboxes rather. No, I was wrong. There's the hitboxes on her heavy slash, and that's off the anchor. And able to follow up with such a ridiculously fast special in Totsugeki.
I think what's really insane about Corey's gameplay is that with a lot of Meis, they are a bit more hesitant and they wait for the opportunity, and Corey refuses, getting the guard crush on that held anchor there. And then, geez, Mr. Dolphin is working overtime. You gotta pay this guy how much work he's doing right now. And BRC, see you later. Totsugeki PRC, the overhead comes out. Good God!
That was actually really smart utilization right there, too, because you're already in an airborne state after block Totsugeki, so it's an opportunity to sneak in a high jump P.
I cannot believe the speed at which Corey is playing. BRAYNOR is finally getting an opportunity to play the video game that he paid for, but briefly, as now Corey is back in, could have caught a backdash, but was in a different moveset, so doesn't quite get what they want out of it. PRC does catch, but the rest of the follow-up is not going to work out for BRAYNOR. And now just again, Gresham, Totsugeki comes out, big counter hit, and a brief RC. I swear to God, I'm watching this at 2 times speed.
Just might be like, oh my God, the heavy, but too far away to make it confirm after. Yo, we got a 5 flip. Where are the 5 Ps I saw earlier, BRAYNOR? 5 Ps, some of these dolphins out here. Don't you dare far slash another dolphin. I don't want to see it. All right, well, anyways.
Oh my God. Are you breathing? I'm not breathing.
I'm totally fine. Getting stressed out, but I'm fine. Okay, nice. Hold the low. Oh my goodness. Yo.
Oh my goodness. This is insane. Gonna go ahead. I'm sorry, the whale comes out. What a whale of a tail.
Shiny Whalmer came through.
Oh, shiny Whalmer. That's amazing. Holy goodness, Corey. I am so impressed. You know what I really love? I really love when you get a character that you see played in kind of a specific way at a particular tempo, and somebody comes in and goes, but what if we played it my way? And totally breaks the way that you've been thinking about the character and how the general tempo and gameplay aspect of you wants to go, like Corey does. Just like, what if I played Mei like I was a speeding car?
I feel like this is the moment where Corey just took a bite out of their Jacqueline's beef jerky. It was like, watch me mess with Braynor's Giovanna real quick. I won't mess with Sasquatch because that's terrifying, but I'll mess with Giovanna.
Oh yeah, for sure. And shout outs to Jack Links for being one of our sponsors for this tournament, because you make really delicious stuff. And now the PRC into the grab. Yoink! Anchor hit. Braynor's alive, but Braynor needs to use his entire brain to get something going on. The cat in the back is judging.
Okay, there we go. Got the BRC. Yo, that's a punish! Let's go!
That was
Brayner!
I loved that. I loved that punish, but just a counter hit is going to end up closing that out. Sometimes that happens. Counter hit, relief.
It's the opportunity to reset the neutral after spending the overdrive there, right? Like, you had the knockdown, you got your space, you're not put in the corner. You're going to put Corey in the corner. Corey is now in the house thanks to that back throw.
I was really hoping you were going to set that one up. It was genius. But Braynor now really getting the opportunity to shut down Corey's game plan. The thing is, even though Gio does play quickly, as does Braynor, a tiny slowdown sort of confused the game plan of Corey. But now gets a big knock.
Oh, no,
the burst
no.
was not the best. Oh no, whiff, but then a huge counter hit into the corner. Totsugeki comes out, BRC with a low. Is that it?
Yeah, that's
it.
That's a 3-0.
Corey, you madman.
Or 3-1, excuse me. Wait, hold on, maybe. Nope, it is 3-1. It is 3-1, okay. I was worried I blinked it because I was head back, just like this, like, oh my goodness, what? That's crazy. Just the work that Braynor had to do to keep up with May. And it's so tough because trying to get May to stop doing their game plan is very difficult. We've seen a few interactions here, but look, again, you're talking about the speed at which Corey was pressing out these buttons. Look at that. Totsugeki able to get far enough to get a 6P out there and interrupt whatever startup is from Giovanna here. And I was talking about that earlier against Doc. 6P, these Giovanna buttons. You're going to be able to interrupt quite a bit. That whiff throw, such a shame. And blocks the burst too, so not going to get a whole lot of burst resources back. You might be lucky to get it back in that third round, but goodness.
The way that Corey was able to maintain pressure and this incredibly aggressive playstyle is incredible. First of all, on a character that you do see traditionally played a bit more slowly, but also consider that she's a charged character. So Corey's inputs are both speedy and immaculate.
Yeah.
Incredibly impressive display of skill from him, and we will continue to see as we progress this bracket. However, we're going to go on a quick break, and after this, we actually are going to give away our first headset. So if you have not typed !SLYR into chat, you should do it, because then you can win a headset, and that's amazing. So go ahead and do that while we take a quick break. We will be right back with some more Guilty Gear after this.
Every time you plug in, a portal opens. Be anything. Be everything. Edge of your seat. Eyes wide. Ears open. Ready to react. For the thrills. For the rush. For the win. An experience so visceral, you'll forget if you're here or there. This is Skullcandy Gaming. Feel it.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
Think you know Return It? Think again. With Return It Express, there's no sorting required. Lineups are a thing of the past. It's fast and easy. With refunds deposited right into your online account, you'll be in and out in a flash. Sign up today and go Express.
All right, welcome back, everybody. As we said before, actually, as Jadlin said before the break here, we have a Slayer headset to give away. So you have 10 more seconds to type in exclamation point Slayer, S-L-Y-R, that's Sly R, in the chat to get into this drawing here. And I'm excited because, look, this headset is definitely my aesthetic. I'm jealous of whoever's going to win this here because it looks phenomenal.
It really does. I am a big fan. So, yeah, okay. Marcel, congrats! You have won the headset.
Nice.
Nicely done for showing up and typing the thing. We do have another one to give away, so do not fear. There will be more gear. And Guilty Gear, too. That was my attempt at throwing bars, and that was it. So there you go.
Slam dunk. It's a bull.
Yeah, Marcel, if you are here, make sure you confirm that you are so that you can get that headset for free.
For free, absolutely. So here's a look at this top 8 side of the bracket. We did go through the winner's side, winner semis at the very least. So MFCR and Corey are sitting nice in this winner's finals, but we still have some lower bracket matches to get through here. Somnium and FANTOME are going to be our first loser side set of this top 8, and we still have to decide that second half of the loser side top 8, lower side top 8. We're out here reading, but regardless, double elimination tournament. So this is the last shot for these players here on this half of the bracket, and I'm curious to see how it all shakes out. FANTOME I haven't seen in quite a bit, so I'm excited to see how this set turns out. FANTOME did a lot of work, actually. Went 3-0 against Don, 3-0 against HACHIMAN, who we saw earlier, to make it this far into the bracket. So definitely exciting to see that momentum continue.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, YOYOMASTER and Kami first.
Yeah.
My mistake.
Yeah, so YOYOMASTER back with the Bridget, and we have our first Happy Chaos of the season for this particular tournament, showing up and showing out.
Yeah, call back to what you were saying earlier, like Happy Chaos is one of those characters that has several resources to manage to be really successful, and the high input execution requirement makes this character, although a phenomenal character, probably one of the strongest characters in the game, still very difficult to win with, much like Johnny in Exert.
Right, exactly. There's just a lot to manage. He definitely has the most meter to manage, and as spectacular as his combos look, you have got to be so careful with your management, because if you're caught empty bullet, you're in huge trouble.
Empty bullet, empty concentration, and with the changes now, the further away the opponent is, the more concentration you use. Good clone to at least get one bullet in the chamber, but the drop here, one more touch is all that we're looking for. Beautiful anti-air from YOYOMASTER.
What an incredible comeback there. That was great, because the thing is, if Kami gets started and really just starts running the pain train with Happy Chaos, you're in huge trouble. The thing is,
curse?
Yeah, that curse was ridiculous. The curse is a major part of Happy Chaos's game plan, because it allows the stabilization of the bullets to get just I'm sorry, I'm so excited about this match, I've just forgotten all my words. The reticle is going to stabilize a lot more quickly.
Yes, yeah, normally you get the hip fire shot, which is a little bit harder to target, takes some time. But once you have the orange, which will set the hard lock or the steady aim, is basically your guaranteed hit. Also causes a stagger block as well, guard crush. So definitely important to curse up the opponent to speed up that lock-on timing faster and basically make the approach very difficult. There are a couple characters that I think do really well against Happy Chaos. Potemkin, crazy enough, is one of those characters, which is crazy to think about because it's a grappler against a zoner, but that armor really helps. Giovanna and Leo with their unique dashes also helps to kind of dash block on the approach. But the setups that we saw here with Bridget and YOYOMASTER, that was looking really sick. And again, too, like, round start is important because you want to get that knockdown, close the gap against Happy Chaos, and be in their face the entire time. That's not to say that Happy Chaos is defenseless, but no true reversal makes things very difficult for Happy Chaos.
Right. That is an incredibly good point. And it's really interesting to see what Happy Chaos players decide to do as far as, you know, their distancing, because the distancing and the damage output did change in the patch that came in actually right after Combo Breaker. So it's cool to see how the character is played, but this is okay. Does not have any bullets. It keeps reloading just one. Uses the super focus to try and get a little bit of time to get things in. The sneaky reloads, but then went in for a grab and doesn't get anything. But just like that, Kami turns it around.
Yeah, you have to play the dance as Happy Chaos nowadays. You can play that zoning game, and it was smart on Kami to go spend on the concentration boost, but then also close the gap after. You have plenty of concentration, do the left-right mix, especially with roll through, and you have the ammunition to remain safe. Here we go, low concentration and no super, so has to pause the onslaught.
Right. Okay, use super focus again. So super focus automatically refills your concentration, allowing you to get a lot more damage output. Ooh! YOYOMASTER thought they jumped right out of the curse. They're spending the entire time cursed. And I do like the way that Kami is throwing out the clones, which stops the first hit of whatever Bridget is throwing out once again, but does get hit after that little segue comes in.
Okay, about even on health here. Nice, double high right there is gonna open up Kami. Nice YRC. Yo, what a punish! Woo! Really smart utilization right there from YOYOMASTER to call out the super and actually challenge. Look, it was gonna trade, but it's definitely gonna trade in Yo-Yo's favor.
Now Rock the Baby comes out there. This is gonna go ahead and get a quick wall break. No, it's not, because I guess that's not what YOYOMASTER wanted. YOYOMASTER said, I want you to stay here, but I think they may live to regret that decision, giving Kami another chance at life here.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a give or take, right? Like, yes, you would have got the positive bonus, but also you don't want to do the chase down without, setting up a hard knockdown in a shatter situation here. And I think that's what Yo-Yo was going for, was controlling the ground, but they weren't ready for Kami to forward tech out of there.
No, oh my goodness. So something that we had pointed out earlier in one of the no, it was actually the first time that we saw YOYOMASTER on stream when they were playing its HACHIMAN. Something that they kept doing was countering the projectile game from Kai with some of these yo-yo moves. And you can't do that against Happy Chaos, because Happy Chaos's bullets are not a traditional projectile and they instant hit. So there is no travel time, so you cannot counter them. So some of YOYOMASTER's ability to counter what's being thrown is not going to be able to work in the same manner here. Does manage to dash over that initial curse and the second curse.
Go!
No! Now you're cursed. Well, you lived to.
Yeah, see, that was really important right there. You saw the concentration completely gone. That was the opportunity for YOYOMASTER to really close that gap and apply pressure, because Happy Chaos can't shoot anymore without concentration. But now it's back. And that was caused because YOYOMASTER's maneuverability around the screen caused the hip fire to usually miss and forced Kami to spend more bullets than they really intended to do.
Yes, totally agree with all of these decision makings. Whoa, Rock the Baby comes out after the Roger throw. Another Rock the Baby, do a third one, I dare you. Nope, we got a charge dust instead. And good recovery there from YOYOMASTER, because honestly, after the beginning of that one, it could have been a really dicey situation.
Absolutely. This is the first time I'm hearing English Happy Chaos, and just...
Right?
So... lethargic and everything, just like, bang. Lazy bangs.
I know, just whatever, okay. Ooh, comes out with a YRC to prevent all of that incoming damage from YOYOMASTER. This is a black beat combo, but it doesn't matter, you still took the damage, friend.
Absolutely. Alright, there's our throw. Yo, not enough to get the overdrive, but doesn't need it. Point blank range here. Fire away. Round apiece.
Oh. Not sure what Kami was trying to throw out there, but it didn't work out. I mean, it worked out for YOYOMASTER, just not for Kami. Alright, does spend the burst there. Oh, the startup was actually faster than the gunshot, and I finally got to see Roger in the glasses, which is all I wanted in life today. Does burst and gets the opposite side out of it, which not a bad thing. The DP comes out, the RC going to be able to carry this a little bit further, and then stops the incoming roll so that you don't take more damage than you need to.
Okay, nice. Okay, another gunshot.
Let's do it again. No, we have got one bullet in the chamber. Okay, now it's 3. Concentration was gone, so yeah, go ahead and use super focus, get that back. Yeah, bye.
Oh, Yeah, the full screen control from Happy Chaos makes things so difficult.
It does. That's it's hard. It's hard to deal with. Now, a lot of people, I mean, Happy Chaos has been the center of a lot of power discussions for quite a while, like since his inception, an introduction into the game. But there have been balances to make his distance do less damage. So you have to be really, you just have to be mindful about where you are on screen. And it does make this character, I mean, Kami's making him look super easy, but the finger control that you have to play this character is absurd.
Yeah, like I was saying at the top, right? The further you are, the more concentration you spend. You just watch that concentration meter difference when Bridget is in Kami's face as opposed to full screen. That's why we're seeing more concentration utilization out of these supers. Oh. Pass through those. And again.
Yeah.
That's so difficult for Bridget, right? But you're overcommitting by going for these segues. Dash blocking is so important. It's easier said than done. I'm not going to dispute that by any stretch of the imagination. But that is the go-to if you're going to try to approach. Going in the air against that chaos is generally a death sentence. You're going to block a shot and then get pushed back exactly where you started.
Sheesh. This is... I mean, I like what YOYOMASTER is doing, but 6P comes out from Kami, and once again, got to avoid all of these curses, because it's just allowing YOYOMASTER to do whatever they want. Jumped over that one. Oh,
that's good.
Challenges with the super, and then Rock the Baby comes out.
That super's a good call, too, because while Happy Chaos is in gun stance, they can't block.
Right, that is correct. There's no block option.
Oh my goodness.
Another super comes out. I love the adjustment from YOYOMASTER here, calling it out every time because you are just stuck when you're in that stance.
What's unfortunate here, though, I don't think YOYOMASTER really knows what to do in regard to resources. I think they're more concerned about getting shot in situations where they can't be shot, because that's the second time now we've seen concentration go completely empty, and the immediate reaction was not to press the offensive.
Right. That is a very, very good point. Okay. It's just, even if you are FDing those, you're going to take the guard crush from it, and YOYOMASTER is just, they had to spend so many resources that they've got nothing left, and the chip damage was just too much.
Yep.
Kami, moving on.
In those situations at full screen, blocking when you have plenty of health is a great call, because if you look at the chip damage, it's not as significant as some other characters might be able to get away with. And also, if you weather the storm, that mismanagement can happen as far as resources in the Happy Chaos court, because if they're not spending the time to concentrate properly, they're going to run out of concentration before they even have the opportunity to open you up. Dash blocking is important. We saw that for the most part, Bridget was just trying to approach with segue. Dash blocking was there, but again, like right there, you just saw it. Segue was the decision to close the gap. It's super fast, right? But the safer option is to go up, dash block here. And in this situation with no concentration, you're still setting up these yo-yos. Yes, you got the kill, but also the better alternative would have been to close that gap and put Bridget in a position to be better off when that concentration comes back. So you can stuff the startup of Curse. You can stuff the startup of Gunshot as well, and be able to contend against Happy Chaos in a state where they can't reverse.
I think that's so important to point out, because so much of the discourse around Happy Chaos as a character is like, what do I do? There's nothing I can do. He doesn't have this projectile. He's got all of these great tools. He can do XYZ Q2945. Like, he does have a lot to do. Yes. But there are very legitimate options to be able to shut him down. A character that can't be countered would not be put in the game. Like, we've seen it before. Like, especially with players, say, like Umisho, who has done a really great job showcasing what this character can do, has been put on the back foot a number of times, has not won things a number of times, because there are gaps in the way that this character can be defended against
Yes.
and aggressed against.
Absolutely. So here we go. Somnium and Phantom coming out here. That's going to be Ramethal against Zato. And
I was
another
excited for
resource
Zato.
heavy character. Yeah, just really shut down little Eddie there with the slash. Great strike from Somnium.
I love, again, we're just staying with the cool colors, and that's great. So we're definitely going to want to be seeing how Somnium shuts down the Eddie meter. Yo, Somnium has been coming out with the wildest wake-up supers that have just been working.
Yeah, that's the biggest warning sign for me is that every time Somnium has 50% tension, you need to back up. Or make sure that your block strings are airtight. Jeez. So much damage from Ramethal here. Yeah, because the reversal timing for Somnium has been way too accurate and just very consistent. Like, just not saving that meter for anything else, just spending it or get out of jail.
Okay. Does
Good
get caught there. Yeah, I was just sort of waiting. It was sort of this like holding pattern of a situation where Somnium finally does get hit in this corner.
Nice.
Because the Zato corner pressure can be absolutely insane. Because the high-low, like, you just have to guess where you're going to block sometimes.
Yeah, for the most part, you definitely want to hold down back until you see Zato take off, or you see that orange glow, that tap dust. And again, like, if you're really careful about how you're throwing out Eddie, it's going to be hard to read what Zato is actually doing. Especially when thinking about breaking the law. I've seen some Zato players pull that off, where they break the law right in your face, and they sneak under you, which is where Zato goes underground, right? And then they can kind of move a little bit. Not significant, but enough where they can get behind you and start, force your block the opposite direction.
It's so much fun to see different characters being showcased. We've actually had a number of people in the cast be showcased today, and the only overlapping character that has been played by two different people has been Bridget. Everything else, if we've seen a repeat character, has been the same player. So it's cool to get to see these matchups and get to talk about all of the different things that the characters can do in all these different situations. And then we have so much fun getting to see what Phantom is doing with these crazy movements. And he finally just got Eddie back. There was a moment where I was like, bro, you don't got your friend.
No, again, Mortabato, there's the gap.
Yeah, challenge that. Ooh, Invite Hell gets a tiny bit of damage, and then with the frog, able to get this grab combo into the corner, and does manage to land the super this time. Last time it was blocked out really well by Somnium. This is looking all in Phantom's favor.
Yep, really good piercer on the wake up as well, too. We can reset the pressure, bring Eddie back out thanks to the Excalibur super, and command grab will kill.
I love the way that command grab was animated, because then if it does kill, you see just inside the little shark tummy like, ah. It's great. All right, opening up here with another tap dust. The tap dust is really instrumental in these Zato combos because it allows the knockup that you need to get the frog to come in and continue your combo. So that's why you're seeing it so much. And then the entire record combo, yeah, you had to PRC or else you were going to be in recovery for approximately 9,000 years. Ooh, the air grab to the challenge?
All right, had to burst. No meter on the side of Somnium here.
Yeah, Somnium is just working with nothing, and the meter has been essential to Somnium's gameplay because Ram has so many good metered reversal options.
Yeah, we've seen it time and time again. You're going for Mortabato on reversal, or you're in neutral, you're trying to shut things down with a stray windshield wiper, fishing for the counter hit, but still backing it up with an RC just in case, because regardless, you get the hit and you follow up with a red RC, or you don't get the hit, PRC out of there for safety.
Getting right back into it, which I love because we're 1-1. I mean, so we're going back every time, get reset, do all of that, but I like that we are moving quickly because it allows the players to stay in the competitive mindset, which is exactly what you need.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, went in for a grab, it got whiffed. Yeah, you got to burst.
Garo series there. Applause. Tap dust finds the mark and has to burst out of there. Somnium really needs to make a move happen. Has meter available to back themselves up. I think we saved this. We want to save it for the shatters.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
Wait.
Phantom YRCs because they didn't have bursts, and then, yep, exactly. The game plan is Wake Up Super. What I really like from Somnium is the adjustment to using more of those swords in the air, just preventing Phantom from getting anything started, and taking Eddie off the table at the same moveset.
That was a really good 6-speed to avoid the sword toss there. It also avoids the bar slashes there, which have been taking down Eddie. Nice, pin to the wall. Actually, we'll get a shatter.
And yeah, spend the extra meter too, because you're going to get it back in just a second. And then the overhead incoming. Yeah, these air adjustments from Somnium have been clutch right now. Forces out the burst from Phantom, and then caught by the sword and the backdash into a JP. Okay, I like it.
2-1 right now, Somnium. Very swift match, too. I mean, that's just the damage output of Ramethal. And yeah, you're right, the aerial movement becoming a big factor here. Even still, like, what was crazy in that first corner kill with the Mortobato, you only had one sword, which is a little bit less damage than if you had two swords, but close enough to the wall to still close it out.
This character, Ram specifically, just as a character that doesn't have as much range as I was like, I look at it, I'm like, oh, I got hit by all the swords, man. Every time. But Phantom getting hit by this entire record combo and now stuck next to... Okay, Ram was able to pick up the sword, gets a huge explosion, windshield wipers. It has been like 5 seconds.
Oh no, tried to strike on top of a post. You just dash up and throw that. But that's a risky play too, because Zato potentially could be... Yo, okay, you know what?
That's like the 4th one that you've gotten hit by. My guy, you must block.
It's not even... what's crazy is that under normal circumstances, Phantom is not wrong. Like, you are applying Eddie pressure. There's very few characters that can really do something about it, except for, you know, your invulnerable reversals. And it's a part of the normal block routing there. But every time, Somnium's on top of it. That's the one thing Somnium is looking for. That reset into Eddie. And Somnium is just 100% accurate.
Really, really excellent. Untapped Dust, Phantom, where they were looking like the bus of struggles had a one-way ticket, finally getting to stop that bus. But a huge counter hit. Again, have to highlight the air movement from Somnium has really changed the landscape of this matchup. Oh, Gold Burst though. You blocking? Oh yeah,
full
FD.
screen range. Yeah. Nice
Blocks
block there. Yo,
yeah,
with the low,
blocks the
no
tap dust for the
confirm.
command grab though.
Okay, and that command grab was a good call too, because it gave you plenty of time. Finally calls it!
Finally, yeah, FD'd it. That might be the breaking point of Somnium's game plan. The over-under here and there, the everywhere. Okay, with the wall break combo or damage that does end up doing enough damage, but Phantom, the adjustment, the one adjustment we asked for, please block the raw Mortobato.
You've done tested the reactions of Somnium enough. You've paid the price. And here, you finally got the turnaround too. Also, great call on resetting into that command grab in the corner just to build up the Eddie meter once again. That's a big pull, especially when you have the opponent conditioned to just keep blocking. Especially now that you realize, oh, every time Somnium has resources, there's an overdrive being spent here. So let's reset the situation for command grab.
Okay, challenges that last movement on the Rekka. I kind of like that, because if you stopped, you get damage. If you didn't stop, you at least tested the waters appropriately. And again, these just little moves coming out from Phantom, testing the waters. We do get the RC though. This is going to be a wall break, easy. A
small call out there. A small call out. Like, Phantom pulled out Drunkard Shade, which normally would reflect back fireballs, but because it's sword, it goes to the opposite side. It removes that sword functionality entirely from the field, and then makes it that much more worth for Somnium. You might have lost neutral, but that's a good message to send that you have Drunkard Shade available, and you can follow it with Eddie right after.
Incredible comeback potential here from Somnium. Oh, the PRC didn't hit. You got the time stop, but not really sure it prevented anything that Somnium wanted. Side switch put themselves in the core. Oh my god, you didn't. Yeah, Phantom was stuck in that tap dust and the raw Mortobato. Okay, whoever fights Somnium next, please watch out.
Don't test
for
reactions.
Raw Mortobato.
Don't test reactions. How much you want to bet that Somnium is playing on Hitbox? I'm telling you.
How much? I mean, Somnium is in chat. What you saying? The old classic Mortobato. Yep, that's it. That's the one.
The good
Got
old Monobato.
The good old
Boom.
classic.
One.
Hui.
Here comes another. You ready for this one? I know this is a corner into Morto.
Yeah, this is gonna be. Wait. No, we didn't.
I was wrong.
No, we were wrong. Aw.
All right, but this though, really great setup here just to reset from. You had the oppose up there, so that guaranteed that even though you dropped that combo portion for a reset, if Somnium tried to challenge, you were still safe by sitting on top of the oppose.
Exactly. Oh boy. All right, get all this smack. Ram damage is so much damage.
Oh yeah.
Was this the one where he finally tested
No,
it?
it's not. It's
No.
after. It's after that they finally blocked it. So
I know the
yeah.
one that they finally blocked. That's the one I want to see is when they blocked Mortabato. And not only did they block it, they FD'd it. It was like the ultimate. Like I knew this was the thing that you were gonna do.
Yes, but the important thing from Somnium here is that they weren't swayed from doing it again. You only blocked it one time. Out of the 4 other times that I did it, I hit you. So
Yeah.
I'm still at what, a 75% victory here. So let's keep going. Prove me wrong, and then I'll stop. But for now, I'm still finding these hits.
Exactly. Like, oh my god, you're just hit. You're hit. And we are able to get those hits because of really, really good net play. And speaking of good net play, you need a good internet provider to do that. So shout outs to Shaw. Underneath
Shaw.
the leading provider of internet in Canada. So we are very excited to have them as one of our sponsors here. And also, TGS, thank you so much for having us, for hosting this tournament. I mean, a heck of a bracket too, and a lot of prizes to be giving away. And here we have now a look at our bracket as it stands. So MFCR and Corey waiting there, just chilling.
Big
And
chillin'.
then BRAYNOR and Somnium and DIAPHONE versus Kami.
Yeah, we still have a few more to get through here. I'm really curious to see how BRAYNOR will handle the Ramlethal matchup. That's a really interesting one for Giovanna in particular, especially trying to play that neutral. Let's see who we got up first, though. I think Bridget, yep, so it's going to be DIAPHONE
and Kami. Yeah, so this is interesting. It's going to be cool seeing this matchup where we saw Yo-Yo versus Kami before. Oh, God, that burst hurt my soul. You're going to eat all this damage for free.
Yes.
And give Kami time to reload a little bit too. BRC for the challenge backdash afterwards. This round is just about over. Oh, it's all the way over. Nope, it's not. I lied. Oh, Curse comes out though.
Was able to confirm the low hit. No more bullets, but use the slowdown for BRC to at least get one in the chamber.
Oh my gosh, the Segway was able to close the distance so far and didn't let Kami reload. This is an opportunity for DIAPHONE to totally capitalize. Oh, yep, and the challenge again, exactly the same thing that we called out because you can't block during that. And then the overhead 2K2D YRC, slide through the YRC to reset the pressure there again, and then closes the distance, and a huge counter hit. DIAPHONE, you're a god.
This right here is what I wanted to see from YOYOMASTER. If there is a single blunder from Happy Chaos, whether it's the blunder of missing bullets or concentration, you press the offensive there. Look how difficult it was for Kami to even get a reload back, to even have the opportunity to challenge.
The thing was, that was Kami's game to lose, and he lost. Mentally, that's detrimental.
Yeah.
And then, holy pressure. I think DIAPHONE was like, okay, now I get to run my offensive, my aggressive. Okay, I throw to change it into the corner, but then went in for a reload and a tap dust and challenged again with the DP from DIAPHONE. There are options.
Absolutely. You have to be careful with your left-rights, especially as Happy Chaos. If you're not backing up your like roll-throughs, for example, or I think ideally what we were looking for was tap dust gunshot, but yeah, DIAPHONE was just ready for it.
DIAPHONE was so ready for it. And I feel like this harkens back to the conversation that we were having after Kami versus Yo-Yo. Because we were saying, like, you know, there are options to challenging Happy Chaos. He's not an immaculate character. And DIAPHONE was like, as a matter of fact, yes, would you like to see all the ways that Bridget can challenge?
Right?
The most important thing was what U0 pointed out, in that Okay, DIAPHONE did not let Kami reload, and you can't have that. They're so... Happy Chaos is just cut at the knees if he doesn't get the chance to reload.
Exactly. If you lose one resource on Happy Chaos, it's an emergency situation there. You need to be very careful how you're going to get out of that situation too. I'm surprised you didn't see a clone set up at full screen just to guarantee a safety of at least one bullet for reload in that last round here. But the damage output from DIAPHONE, huge. Got the setup on Yo-Yo. Nice
it's
throw
just
for the victory.
straight up throw. My jaw was dropped because of the way DIAPHONE is executing movement on this.
Right.
Now, DIAPHONE, I will say, does have a lot of experience in this matchup. They play Umisho fairly frequently in things like Esports Arena and then a Wednesday Night Fight, so this is not unfamiliar to them. But they're doing a really good job. The crumple state afterwards, yeah, Kami's like, please let me reload. All I want in life is to reload.
Oh, nice. The punish on the whip throw here. Deus Ex Machina to get a full clip in the chamber. Okay, one more interaction is all that we need, and the curse is going to make it very difficult to die from. This might just be a Happy Chaos round, especially with positive bonus here.
Oh, yeah. I like the idea to sneak underneath there. The concentration was running a little low. It could have been a good challenge, but it ended up being a Happy Chaos round. Double curse. I mean, not that it matters. It just extends the life of curse slightly because there's another new one on it. And then the tap dust to continue the combo reload. Catches the whiff grab attempt, does DIAPHONE, and now pushing back into the corner. And this is where we've seen so much of DIAPHONE's detrimental pressure come out.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, got the hard knockdown.
Okay, YRC reset. Yep, and then a burst to just try and keep that pressure going, but unfortunately doesn't work out for DIAPHONE. Oh, into steady aim. Steady aim again.
A couple micro dashes too to try to close up the gap a little bit. Still block.
Ooh. DIAPHONE, that
nice.
was really risky, but high risk, extremely high reward. Gonna be able to to RC to extend it. Yeah, Kami had the burst or else it was going to be over. Super focus comes out. DIAPHONE is trying to sneak in, but the tack roll manages to switch sides. The micro backdash to challenge and then 2K.
Good stuff here. 2-0 lead right now for DIAPHONE.
I really thought that was going to be a 1-1 situation for Kami. But the movement on DIAPHONE is really the thing that's shining here. The way they are able to manipulate Bridget on the screen and stop short. Now, Bridget does have a ton of fantastic movement options, but it's just literally the back and forth. It's not even things that are like, I'm following up a particular special move. It's just, I did a micro backdash and now I can 2K.
Oh, segue on in, immediate burst. Yeah. Lost the opening gambit right there. Big victory for DIAPHONE to start. Low concentration, low bullets. Has to go full screen. Ooh. The punish off jumping buttons. Mad grab.
Rock the baby. Set up. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, eyes, eventually you just can't block anymore. And I do want to point out that Kami has a bullet. If he doesn't get a second bullet soon, it's going to be very tough to do anything. No, you're done. DIAPHONE. Good God.
Okay, nice jump in.
I like the 6H. That was nice, but you know, Kami spending a ton of tension just to FD because Bridget can do a lot of chip. All right, the challenge, aggressive burst to keep Kami exactly where DIAPHONE wants. And then again, that time the 6H combo does work. The overhead, oh my god, once again the movement from DIAPHONE. Just a shining example of what you should do on this character, but a gold burst in response. This is a huge turning point for Kami.
Absolutely. Can just kind of play this game here, but running low on tension because of you already used super on the concentration. It remains close.
Okay. Whoop.
Yeah, this is scary because I think now we're worried about like the overdrive from DIAPHONE to shut down. Ooh, back dab!
My goodness, I did not think that was going to work, and then caught him again. Just baits the move out. DIAPHONE.
What's crazy is that DIAPHONE just stared for a second. Like, what are you gonna do over there?
And the thing is that stare, which sometimes can, you know, not work in that kind of favorable way. The stare caused Kami to just kind of I wouldn't say freak out because that's not really what it looked like. They
Right.
pushed a button expecting DIAPHONE to come in with a move. The tap dust would have worked, but DIAPHONE's patience paid off 3-0'd. Someone get a broom because that was a sweep.
Ding.
I'm honestly just reading half of what somebody said in chat. And thank you guys in chat for being here. Also, we are going to be able to give away another headset here in a bit if you want to enter that exclamation point SLYR, which we're currently watching their play of the game. Woo!
I mean, geez, the complete control here. This is exactly what I wanted YOYOMASTER to kind of capitalize on against Kami's Happy Chaos, right? Like, you know, every time that we were out of resources, DIAPHONE was on top of it. And then, of course, once DIAPHONE earned that close position against Happy Chaos, they made it nearly impossible for Kami to get out of there. And that neutral control, right? You're talking about like that slight fear. You know, sometimes, you know, the great quote from Chris G is sometimes doing nothing is the most damaging thing you can do in a fighting game, right? So, and that situation there forced out a reaction of the opponent because that nervousness builds up. You want to try to maintain that control, but you're not quite sure what your opponent is really thinking. So, unfortunately, the tap dust was not the answer. Maybe wanted a 2D and just had a misinput.
Yeah, it definitely could have been a thing. Like, I don't want to hypothesize on, you know, too much about that because...
Right.
But it is an option. It is something that I feel like we need to discuss because we're not inside the players' heads, but we've seen enough play to know that that's often a thing that can happen when you're in this. If I don't try something situation, I am out of the tournament, then you have to be aware that missed inputs, that standing up could be a thing. And I mean, I don't have enough digits on my body to count the number of times that I have tried to do a 2K 2D in a stressful situation and done 2K 5D and then died.
Right. Yeah. Especially too, I think about like the follow-up of Gunshot too. Like that probably like, because the range that you're at makes sense for that low. And then if we were segued, see, yeah, that's the day. You can only speculate at this one because you weren't in the driver's seat.
Right.
So it's just like thinking about the different options, the what if scenarios. It's always fascinating to think about, especially when rewatching a set, which a lot of these players will do. They'll come back, think about that situation, what they were actually trying to do, or try to reroute through it. Honestly, a great call is like playing in the current version of Plus R, right? Where you can go back to your replay and pick up at a certain point where it had left off and try out different scenarios. I hope they implement that in another patch of this game, maybe. We'll see. You know, that'd be cool.
That'd be really, really cool.
Yeah. You know, like there's ways to recreate scenarios, and I'm sure that's something that DIAPHONE has practiced a lot. We've seen it in a lot of his content anyway. So, but yeah.
Yeah, I do really, really hope that that does get implemented because so often we talk about the importance of reviewing your match and what you could have done, what did you do, because in the haze and the moment, you sometimes don't remember things correctly. That's just how the human memory works. Like, you rewrite the way things happen. You're like, no, I did that. And then you go back and you're like, oh, I did not.
Like,
and you just have to be aware that that's a thing that can happen. And so going back, having the ability to go in and try a different scenario like you can in Plus R, being able to review all of your matches in game like you can with a recording function in now a variety of fighting games, not just Strive, is super important. Or you can do things like be streaming your own match and then go back to it and, you know, have a conversation about, oh, this is what I did. This was the insight that I had into this particular moment. It's all really important in improving your game plan and improving upon what you can do as a player in all of these different fighting games that you choose to play.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm super grateful for all these tools that we now have in fighting games. Looking back in the early days of Guilty Gear, like trying to play in trading mode is just, it's so different as to where it is now, you know, like you said, with the recording options and, you know, oh my goodness, like we've seen requests for like online trading modes where you can kind of go endlessly against an opponent and really try out things and learn from each other. It's a great time to be a fighting game player. We've gone through the trenches
really
at
is.
this point. You know, we've already figured out the stuff we like, we don't like. We're getting there, you know, making even better and better games every step of the way. But yeah, even better games are ahead of us here as well. I do believe we're going up against Braynor and Somnium next. That'll be Giovanna and Ramlethal. And like I was saying before, the set between DIAPHONE and Kami, the Geo Ram matchup is a very interesting one because of the explosive damage that Ramlethal has, but also the plethora of options that Giovanna has to interrupt a lot of what Ramlethal is capable of. Low profiling is a big factor here. The unique dash mechanic for Giovanna being able to dash up 5k is huge, especially being able to shorten her dash or lengthen it as well to really get in there and interrupt Ramlethal.
I'm so glad that you brought up the low profile, because this is something that people who've played the game are like, Gio! But so many of her low moves, in particular 2D, just is able to get her out of so much trouble. Because she's not a short character per se, but she crouches, and then she does 2D, and not only is she just underneath the radar, but the hitbox of that particular button is still disjointed, so it hits much, much further than you think it does. She also still has some of the fastest normals in the game. There's a lot of potential for this to be a blow-up.
Yeah, second fastest character in the game, head up by Soul and Chip. 5P is a devastating button for interrupts here, and even her unique dash as well. But the other problem is a lot of her moves, just like Ramlethal's, are low profilable, and 6B will get a solid interrupt. There's the 6B of Giovanna. We saw it shut down a slash from Ramlethal. So what I'm going to be really looking out for is how often Somnium has meter and how often BRAYNOR doesn't try to respect it.
Right, and if BRAYNOR has learned anything, it's going to be, if Somnium has meter, I better be blocking.
Yes.
Block on wake up.
Nice.
Ooh, that was a really nice side switch. Force out the bursts too. Challenges the air movement that was so great for Somnium in the previous game, but then a reverse throw. There's tension. There's tension, my dude. Wake up Mortabato is a thing. Nope, don't need it now.
That is so unfortunate. We only went with the 2 hits of 6H. On the 3rd hit, you get your hard knockdown. We should have finished that up there, and you still would have been sitting pretty in that corner.
It really would. Woo! I think, no, BRAYNOR was trying to do wake up throw. So Somnium challenged with a throw afterwards. Throw, whiff, and this is going to give BRAYNOR a chance. That was too many throws.
Yep, messed up a little bit right there. No confirm, because it should have been after the counter hit right into overdrive. We're just trying to jab it out here. Fast RC2S.
Oh boy. I just want to count the number of times that they whiffed throw in that previous round. Anyway, coming out. I like that Somnium is challenging with some lower moves, but what a good set of kicks out of Gio. Excellently done. The dash up that you had highlighted in the pre-round, doing a great job. And then the dash back and the dash up. This movement is clutch for BRAYNOR right now.
Oh, until you put yourself right in the corner situation. Nice avoiding the explosion there, but came down into the clutches of Ramlethal. Oh, nice RC, but was able to finish with the 2HS. We're out of. Oh no, we weren't out of range. Oh no.
You got Mortabatoed and then got a red RC to keep doing more delightful Ram things. Oh boy. So once again, I mean, I do think, to BRAYNOR's credit, I thought he was out of Mortabato range and he wasn't going to get hit, but he really got hit by the flash of the base of that particular move, and Somnium was ready. He just said, I hit, let's go! Yeah,
she was definitely on top of it there.
Duel 1.
I mean, well done, honestly.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that's just been the MO for Somnium this entire bracket, that they've been ready for just, having that safety net in the back pocket of whether it's Mortabato on wake up or whether it's windshield wiper, dash up Morto, look at the damage.
As I have said before, in commercial, that's a lot of damage. And Tape ain't gonna fix it. Okay, BRAYNOR has got to stop going for these really far away grabs, because he did 2 in that last 5 or 6 seconds, and Somnium punished them both. If you're going to do a grab, which is a great option for Gio, you have got to make sure you're going to confirm it, because a character and a player like Somnium is going to be able to punish you.
There's the 3rd hit on 6H, got the hard knockdown, but interestingly enough, BRAYNOR didn't close the gap. There's no meter there, so it was all safe to throw out a meaty.
And there it is. Just ends it. I do actually appreciate the fact that Somnium does not hang on to their tension. They're so willing to spend it, and it's been, to their opponent's detriment pretty frequently. A big counter hit comes out. Somnium is trying to speed run his way to top 4.
Absolutely. It's a 2-0 lead right now.
I really thought that BRAYNOR would be able to challenge so many more things from Somnium, but Somnium's ability to learn so quickly has been really impressive and has been able to shut down a lot of what BRAYNOR is able to do.
Absolutely. Another big factor is the damage. The damage output from Ramathal is definitely a big decider in this matchup. Nice delay into the 214K.
Yeah, I do like this round start. Ooh, BRAYNOR made them. I know that it was trying to be an air challenge, but kind of made the mistake of putting themselves in the corner. They were far enough, and Ram is now out of sword. Manages to collect one, and as soon as that one came in, went into the Rekka combo, and is now going to try and set up swords again in this corner. Does manage to get the hit. Mortabato, yep, that's the name of the game for Somnium.
Okay, big jump in. Watch the low here. I know BRAYNOR wants to move so bad here. We see the double dash here, but you got to be careful. Watch out.
Manages.
There's
Yeah,
meter.
successful throw, buddy. I mean, it was a successful throw in more ways than one, I guess.
Hey, I mean, you gotta, at this point, you have to recognize, especially with the 100% tension. You know that's coming. Even if it whiffs, Somnium is still able to keep their turn.
Yep.
Too many dashes there. Be careful. Be very careful. I appreciate the movement because it seems like Somnium is sitting still for a little bit, but 3 dashes in is very risky. 2 is even more risky. You have to set up your media a little bit earlier than that.
In English, I've never heard any of these English characters except for Nago. And she walks up with this, "I'm throwing you."
Yeah.
That kind of threw me for a loop for a sec. I'm throwing you. There it is again.
For Heavenly Potbuster, when Giovanna gets picked up, she says, "Is this gonna hurt?"
Yes, here it is.
Yo, okay, the down press. Let's go.
Yep. Ooh, a different moveset dashes back out of the grab from BRAYNOR. Now pressuring to put in the corner. The caught on the explosion. That's it. Somnium. Was this a speed run? Do you want to submit your time for any percent? Because you got it.
Absolutely. Oh, geez. Yeah, I'm just checking this replay here. Yep. Look, the bad manners out here from Somnium. You hooligan. Oh, my goodness. You thought you'd get away with it, but you didn't. I saw you. I was onto it. I'm sure we might have that replay, too. Yeah, so a lot of this match here, well, that was really unfortunate. We already had input for a forward dash there, and that's why BRAYNOR had got caught in that situation. We were at max range, perfect if we wanted to block, but being Giovanna, I get it, right? You want to close in, keep your pressure going. This throw, have to respect the meter. Again, another situation where you have to be aware of not only your resources, but especially your opponents. This block first, here come the bad manners, folks. Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
You've been caught.
Yeah, it was subtle, but we got you in 4K, my friend.
Oh,
sorry.
Boy. But hey, you've earned it. That does mental damage as well to the opponent, which further tilts the opponent to making more mistakes. That's a part of the game. Fighting games are, better or worse, mind games incarnate, right? You're rapidly exchanging information, and the more under your skin, under your opponent's skin you're getting, the more effective your mix is going to be, your pressure in a corner, your ability to get away with things that maybe you wouldn't normally get away with in another set. But here's a look at that top 4. MFCR and Corey is sitting up there in winners finals. Probably going to get them next up here. And then, of course, Somnium and DIAPHONE in this loser's semis. And Somnium is on a tear. This is going to be fun to watch here to see how DIAPHONE might navigate the landscape of Ramathal. DIAPHONE has faced a plethora of Ramathals. We've seen it early on in Season 1 like we were talking about.
Actually, as a matter of fact, DIAPHONE put Somnium into losers.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah, 3-1. But
Yo.
We're going to get to all of those matches after another short break. And right before Grand Finals, we're going to do another giveaway. So make sure you enter that while we're gone. Shoot a quick break, get some water, enter the giveaway. We'll be right back.
Every time you plug in, a portal opens. Be anything. Be everything. Edge of your seat. Eyes wide. Ears open. Ready to react. For the thrills. For the rush. For the win. An experience so visceral, you'll forget if you're here or there. This is Skullcandy Gaming. Feel it.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
These days, we want things to be easy, like getting a ride. Or fast, like shopping. But returning your empties? Return It Express makes it fast and easy. Drop them off and refunds go into your online account. That's it. Return It Express. In BC, it's just what you do.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for bearing with us on the short break here. Hopefully you got your Jack Link snacks ready to rock here as we power through the final four of this bracket here. We're going to take you through that loser's side first, then head on back to that winner's side just to get through this bracket here, set up for that grand finals, and get you ready for that Skullcandy Slayer headset giveaway, which you can still sign up for. Exclamation point SLYR. That's Sly R to get signed up for your Slayer headset. Ooh.
I am super duper excited. Actually, we're gonna do winners finals first.
Winners
this
finals
is MFCR
first. Okay.
versus Corey. We have been having a very, very speedy bracket, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's not even been because it's been like, oh, it's a blowout every single time. No, it's because these players play super fast. And
Yes.
Corey, I'm so excited to see playing again because their May gameplay is probably some of the most impressive I've seen in a long time.
Yes. It's going to be really interesting, especially against MFCR's Leo, because of this right here. Flash kick is going to be the great equalizer out here.
Yep. Oh.
There's another.
Yep, there it is. But bye-bye! See ya! And just the way that Corey plays his character is so much fun to watch, but MFCR is a well-practiced, well-trained human to bait things out like that. Burst, turbulence comes out, second turbulence is going to break the wall.
Yes.
Everybody has meter, and that could actually be detrimental. Oh, BRC to counter the PRC, flash kick.
Wipe your hands clean of that one. The drift into flash kick.
I love all the people in chat who are like, let's go, and then dolphins. Let's go.
Okay. Nice
A lot of pressure
in the
coming
corner.
out. Yeah, just jump out of it. I would too.
Ooh. Yeah, that was overhead with throw for both sides here. 2D will chase. Nice turbulence to get a carry overhead.
All right, back turn stance comes out, and the counter hit, that was really smart. Johnny can't help you, Sweet Pea. You're dead. I actually really expected Corey to have a lot more control in that particular match, because when we saw them last time against BRAYNOR, the speed that they played, I really did think that we were like just speeding up to try and catch up with the gameplay, but nope, that's just how fast they play, and MFCR was like, don't care, flash kick. You're dead.
Yeah, MFCR, again, one of those, and I said it earlier about Leo players, but MFCR is definitely one of those players that can capitalize the scramble situation. So off stray hits, MFCR is still going to be able to capitalize on damage. We're looking for these gaps here in which we can steal a turn back with flash kick or even set up for big fireballs here to interrupt Totsugeki. Oh, ran into
I
it. That's
like the
unfortunate.
idea. There's a lot of good ideas from both parties,
Right.
but you know, actually, I'm gonna just stop what I'm saying right there because Corey getting the turnaround on this. The whale comes out. What a whale of a tail! The tail is that we have switched arenas now, and then the dash up throw that time does work out. The overhead comes out. RC to keep the pressure. Really brilliantly done. Turns it back in their favor.
Yeah, good stuff here through the flash kick, which is a phenomenal thing to do. You really hit the head of the opponent right there. Nice, and aware about the dash through and able to get the throw.
All right. The low comes out.
Wow.
Overhead turbulence. Back turn. Which, in case anybody didn't know, in German is called Brunhilderstance, and I think I'm the only person who knows that, but that's fine.
Wow,
We're gonna
wow.
break the wall. Not enough damage to kill, but I mean, May has deceptively high guts, so.
What?
Oh, she said bye bye.
Okay. MFCR may have gotten thrown 2 for 2 out of dash throughs, but still able to come out on top with the victory in that round here. Corey is definitely extremely reactive out here, but the guard point able to get a big punish and put Corey in the corner. Calls out the burst. We're going to save this meter for the next interaction.
Ooh. The next interaction was PRC run up grab, back turn stance, 2 lows. Wow. MFCR. Once again, I have to say, are we submitting to the any percent speed run because it's working?
I wonder too, like, especially we already had the shatter. Sometimes when you get a wall splat, you've already autopiloted your combo to the next set, not expecting a shatter there in the first place.
Yeah.
So probably already hit it, but regardless, MFCR's neutral has been so strong that they were able to pick it up without the hard knockdown. That PRC using that as a tool to close the gap is a big call-out opportunity. Ooh,
It just shows, oh my god, and another call out, speaking of which, MFCR, I mean, somebody said in chat that they're strong. Yes, they are. They're an incredibly well-practiced, well-studied, well-tournament-tested player. So
Nice.
this is no joke.
Okay, a couple knocks at the door with the 2P.
Oh, PRC gets out of this situation. Totsugeki does hit, the RC does not get anything out of it. MFCR just blocks. Okay, I'm not really sure what they were trying to do there, but this is an opportunity for Corey to get something started. Just slides
Nice.
out of it, switches places again with the grab, and then put you in the corner. No, you live here. No, you live here.
No, yes! Turbulence and spend it. Got the round. That's a nice little do-si-do in the corner right there. Real good, real good.
It was real good. It was fantastic. Oh, backdash? Yep, challenges the Totsugeki. Smart. That's what was going so well for Corey. First of all, with some of the movement, but a lot of these Totsugekis went uncontested by the previous opponents, and MFCR is like, throw, you live here.
Right. Well, good backdash there from Corey, but MFCR with the offensive burst wants to hold the corner position. 2D for the whip 2S. That's unfortunate. Oh,
Yeah.
expected a
Ooh.
burst and didn't come through. There it is.
All right. Now this is Corey's opportunity to make something happen. They don't have any tension, though. I love the little backdash in the air, though, gets a wall break. MFCR has enough to work with, but what happens after this? Oh, they were going to try and JD after the BRC, the switch through, and then bye-bye. That was an incredible exchange after the wall break.
Yes. Okay. Yo, this time not throwing the dash through. I mean, it was from downtown. Who'd have thought? Not me, that's for sure. The jump does get the bounce and guarantees shatter with the hard knockdown. Look,
Oh, buddy.
do you see the damage? That's the
80%.
optimization I've been telling y'all about. MFCR is on top.
Oh, backdash to get out of the anchor throw, too. Takes the damage. Oh, boy. RC, you were just in range. That burst saved your life, friend, but you were hit by the project. No, you were hit by like 4 different moves in that moment. Good God. In all honesty, it was the projectile and the flash kick got him. MFCR. Outstanding gameplay.
Yes, and that's the second time we saw that setup too, right? The moment that Mei takes to the sky, we saw that MFCR is ready. PRC, the first time we saw it was just the slash version of the flash kick, so it wasn't going as high, wasn't going to get that hard knockdown. But this time, I feel like MFCR said it with their chest, knew that it was just said and done by this point. We sent it. And that's, again, the capitalization of these stray hits, being able to turn things around in a very scrambly situation. That is the MO for MFCR.
I'm always impressed with the way that MFCR plays. I mean, we've been fortunate to see him play in a number of different tournaments, like I said, but it just really does feel like they're doing the thing that we talked about in between one of the matches. They're consistently reviewing their gameplay, and they have learned so much in the time that we've been able to watch them play.
Exactly. Yeah, but these throws, look, the reactions still from Mei here, especially in Corey in particular, just being able to get these throws on a situation where a lot of times Leos are so overwhelming in your mental stack in this matchup that they can get away with the cross through, or you know, you're not fast enough to just 2P or 5P, whatever your fastest button might be as your character to try to interrupt. There's also the risk of crossing, you press it too early and don't get that interrupt. But throwing consistently every time with Corey, the reactions were absolutely there. Just that damage output from Leo for one, and then for two, being so good in the scramble that had MFCR come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with a 3-0. You could, but you would just not win that argument.
It was close. But that's the thing, you can actually say it was close.
I know, like, I know it's a joke that we use consistently amongst commentators, but it really was, like, it was a much more back and forth than the score would indicate. Yes. But we are now going to drop down into the lower half of the bracket where DIAPHONE and Somnium are going to get into it.
Yes.
As a reminder, this was the third match that we had on stream. DIAPHONE's Bridget, which has really heated up, put Somnium into losers 3-1. And the one thing was, DIAPHONE did not let Somnium get away with those raw mortabatos. It happened once. And now they've had the opportunity to keep watching the way that they're playing. So I would expect some much more aggressive gameplay out of DIAPHONE like we saw there.
Ooh. Nice jump slash option, but the DP. Oh, wow, the backdash? That was actually crazy.
Oh, went in for a grab. You were way too far away. This is DIAPHONE's turn now.
The other
Good
big
blocking until it wasn't.
The other big thing right there, too, is that Somnium had thrown the sword and waited for DIAPHONE to make an interaction rather than press that offensive there. That gave DIAPHONE the opportunity to escape out with just an easy jump. Had Somnium already pressed 5K to keep DIAPHONE locked down in the corner, you could have reset that pressure there.
Once again, the movement from DIAPHONE is so impressive, stopping halfway through these rolls just to keep these lows coming through. He just did it 3 times in a row, was able to build up enough tension to break the wall with this overdrive, and now is going to get the opportunity to do it again. What's the setup? Overhead into a low. DIAPHONE just loves his high-low mix.
Oh yeah, as one should if you're a Bridget player, that's for sure. Oh, that's there it is.
That
there
almost
it is.
was bad.
Yeah. You see the tension, right? You know that was coming.
Oh, yeah. You surely did. You surely do. You had to. No photos. An autograph is good. Bye. I really like the way that Bridget was designed for this game. I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize that DIAPHONE's name is based phone.
Yeah, it is. You know, everyone keeps shortening DIAPHONE's tag to just phone. Like, dial it in. Why not?
It is phone.
This phone. Base phone.
Yep, probably doing content creation right now because I can see that he's out here. Oh, that burst was risky, and this is giving Somnium a chance to get anything started. Tried to go for that aggressive burst on Somnium's half, but it allowed DIAPHONE to get out of the corner because it just wasn't quite close enough. The Mortabato does hit, but doesn't get a huge knockback afterwards. But yeah, everybody gets one. That might have been the one for Somnium.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was an interesting decision to burst from Somnium right there. Like, there wasn't a whole lot on the table to really warrant holding that aggressive burst, but at least it paid off there. All right.
It did. Oh!
Hyper
this is
B,
the super we
first
don't see as
Hyper
much.
B. You should see it a lot more now in this patch. This is your damage dealer as compared to what Mortal Bato was.
Right. Okay. Ooh. The segue comes out. We've seen make these comebacks. Went in for a grab, did not get it. The challenge
Watch out,
for
watch
Somnium.
out!
Oh.
Told you.
You did. You called it. There was meter. All right, so just like that, turns it around 1-1. I think if DIAPHONE remembers that when Somnium has meter, you have to be a little bit more careful at a very close distance, like a character or a character and a half's distance, because Somnium will throw that out, wake up Mortal Bato every single time.
Absolutely.
Mankind knew that they could.
Mankind knew they could not change society, so they blamed Ram. Usually what happens.
That's what happened in the last game, that's true.
Yo! Oh, try to get out of the swords. Yeah, you gotta burst all that. That was gonna be too much damage. Switches the sides, but that gave the Somnium a chance to pick the swords back up. But DIAPHONE playing all of the yo-yo tricks right now. Oh, we'll get the full Rekka combo as a challenge, though.
Yikes!
Oh, there's a gap between the second and third hit of that. That was a great call out from DIAPHONE.
Another knowledge check getting blown up in the face of Somnium right now, but 100% tension here. Wow, goes for drift. I thought for sure it was a windshield. I mean,
yeah,
look,
I thought so too.
more often than not, it's Rim.
What the heck just
God.
happened? Oh, behold, bye! Do it again, RC. BRC to get out, RC to get back in. Oh, just one little hit. Oh, there wasn't one little hit, there was a whole follow-up. Just kidding.
Alright, patience. Bar slash.
Alright. Ooh, okay. This is just a lot of nice neutral pressure coming out of DIAPHONE, slowly pushing Somnium to the corner. Somnium with the counter hit pushing DIAPHONE back from whence he came. And no, we go back the other way. This is like the most ping-pong battle I've ever seen. Balls in your court.
6P versus 6P. Windshield wiper is safe still. DP.
Yeah, what a challenge. The burst comes out afterwards. DIAPHONE ducked. We text the grab too. Very excellently done. Segway is going to close the gap. What comes next? The tap just and then the recall was set on the yo-yo. So a great way to stand situation. That one from DIAPHONE. What do we have next? Grab comes out. Burst. Yep.
Oh, jumped into it. This is death.
Yep.
My goodness. That was definitely a DIAPHONE round right there until we jumped into the toss sword. That's really unfortunate. Yo, the 6P interrupt? Okay.
Yeah, that 6P range is so huge too on Ram. It gets hit with the sword. This is what I like the adjustments from Somnium. They're just trying to do so much more about controlling the space that's directly in front of them, preventing DIAPHONE to get in. But just like that, DIAPHONE able to do a lot of damage and make Somnium burst. But then gets grabbed. Just kidding.
Yo, wow, okay. Nice, finding the mark here, able to return to the neutral. Good pickup with the segue. Got the yo-yo set up and able to follow with recall. 2-1 lead right now for DIAPHONE.
It was looking really, really dicey though for DIAPHONE. That was not as commanding a round or a game at all that they had the first time they did this. I do feel like DIAPHONE was much more aware of the meter situation from Somnium, like didn't get caught as much by anything that seemed really wild, but I do want to see a little bit more of that, like the yo-yo set onto the recall, because that really seemed to throw Somnium off.
Right. Yeah, that's really important there too. Like it's almost got that backup factor of what the sword toss has, or even like Stain State on Testament, for example. Like you had the hit, which is normally unsafe, but you're backed up by a safe option after the fact.
Exactly. That's so huge. And then, speaking of huge, we have both bursts out of this particular round. Stopped the Rekka combo, which made DIAPHONE push a button as a challenge, but now this is Somnium's time to take a little bit more. Mortal Bato ends the round. Okay, that one was really safe.
Yeah, good opportunity with put a throw on the whiff 2K there from DIAPHONE.
Okay. Is it set to the recall? Yep, it sure was. It's exactly what I wanted to see. Huge combo from DIAPHONE. The low Oh, wow. I would
No
have to
slump.
review exactly what happened. And then DIAPHONE doing the Eno thing, keeping you in the corner because he wants you there to do more damage before he builds up the tension to break the wall.
Okay, nice. 2K. Yo, segue on in. That is a round. All right.
That was a round. It certainly was. All right. DIAPHONE 1 away from moving on into the losers finals. The backdash keeps him safe. Segues back in. I love the speed options on Bridget.
Okay. Yeah, got our shatter here. Not enough. Just has the windshield wiper. All right, last shot here for this round at the very least. Oh, dropped it a little early right there. That should have been a guaranteed carry to corner and get the shatter. Beautiful 6P. Whip burst, and DIAPHONE has opportunity to run away with it, but we have to respect. Yeah, he had meter right there. Despite not having swords, it's still possible. 6P with the windshield wiper, and PRC allowed Somnium to recover and get the anti-air. It's 2-all going into this loser semis.
Oh boy, and this is the first 2-2 situation. Nope, there's been one other one. Also Somnium against Phantom 2-2 situation. Great adjustments out of Somnium in those rounds. But DIAPHONE still, like, I don't want to discredit everything that he's doing because it's not like he's doing anything wrong, and he's also making adequate adjustments. It's really back and forth.
Duel 1.
Yeah.
Let's rock.
Dash up 2K.
All right. Early burst from DIAPHONE. Okay, the Roger dive did not pay off. It's actually the second time in the past 2 games that's gotten him in a little bit of trouble, so I'd be a bit more hesitant to use that. And just 5 Ps back into the corner, but a challenge from DIAPHONE, and then the jump out, windshield wiper into RC. This is going to be a lot of damage, if not death.
Oh, yeah. You're dead?
Oh, yep. There we go. Don't even need to call Sajam.
Duel 2.
Please let us know. You're dead or not?
Right here on Maybe It Kills. It's the discount version.
Yeah. Alright, got our positive bonus there. Nice pickup. There's bursts available, but I don't think Somnium's going to spend it this round.
Yeah, I would. If I'm Somnium, I'm saving it for next round because this is looking pretty dire. I love the empty jump, but that was a really big risk out of Somnium that paid off fantastically. The RC to cancel, and then a second RC because there's 100% tension to finish the combo. Now it's final game, final round.
All right, burst available for Somnium in this round here, and DIAPHONE surely get it back.
Whoop.
Oh,
Interesting. I don't know what DIAPHONE was going to try and do, but that's been working in that gap pretty consistently, so the fact that they got a counter hit is huge.
Yeah, I feel like that was a misinput DP right there because
Yeah,
we've seen
agreed.
DIAPHONE going for it time and time again. There's
There
a
it
DP.
is.
All right, it works. So,
Windshield wipers and
Oh.
Somnium in a reverse of what happened the previous time these two fought. Takes it 3-2 and will be moving on to face Corey.
hey. Yikes. So we got our losers finals all set up here. Corey up against Somnium. Yeah, May versus Ramathal out here. But this set, too, it definitely seemed like DIAPHONE was ready to run away with it here. Had a lot of great setup opportunity. I just think it's the stray counter hits that really caught DIAPHONE because the damage output was substantial from Ramathal. And we got caught a couple times with just reversal Mortal Bato, which, you know, is unfortunate, but for the most part in those situations, DIAPHONE had been maintaining control for most of the set. It's the damage in other scenarios that really paid off for Somnium throughout the set.
It is, and no, Somnium, when I first saw them in the first DIAPHONE set, I was like, oh, they've got some ideas, that's cool. And they, just within this particular bracket, have really leveled up their gameplay, their thinking process, their ability to react, and not just rely on wake up Mortal.
Yes, absolutely. Like, just because we've seen so much of Wake Up Mortal Bato does not mean that Somnium doesn't have other routes available to them to really seal the deal in victory. But here we are. Corey against Somnium in the losers final.
I feel like this could be a big hill for Corey to climb, and what a burst that got super punished. May does have to get really close. Ram has a lot of tools to be able to prevent that. They both have similar damage output, but Somnium's on a hot streak.
Oops.
Oops! Bye-bye!
Oh my god.
Oh, nope.
Oh
So the
my
thing is
god.
Corey going to be the one who blocks Mortabato?
You just don't think that they have the ability. There's no way. You just
No, you could have stopped it, don't think.
no. That's not what I'm doing here.
I know, I'm kidding. Alright, Totogeki does come out, we get a burst from Somnium. The swords are out. Gonna really try and pressure into the corner, but Corey has different ideas. Let's separate the sword from you. Backdash out of the grab attempt, and just a little bit of counter hit damage on both parts. Bye-bye!
Oh my god, I'm so scared. There's meter right there. Corey, please.
Meter.
Oh, slide on in. You're dead.
No, you're 100%
No, you're
dead.
dead. What?
Oh?
Somnium, don't
What were you
make me
trying
a
to
liar.
do, buddy? Oh my
god.
See, Somnium is now just trying to be like, I can do more than this one thing, and you know what you did? Well done, you played it.
Should have been the beam. That should have been the kill. Why?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it was like just one of those things where you were following the flowchart, and the flowchart just was like, skirt, cannot be found. 404
404 error
flowchart.
at the worst. We blue screen
Yeah.
at the worst moment. Like, goodness gracious.
Duel 1.
Oh, sometimes it's like that.
Yeah.
Whoop, backdash, gonna get hit by Totogeki, and the burst is punished. Oh, overhead, PRC, slap! Once again, that's a lot of damage. Okay, just slides in. Excellently done. Corey putting a strong round onto the board. I do really like all of these challenges. I think they're great. And that's the moment. Like, how did you do that so fast?
Wait a minute. I blinked
Right?
and I missed it. Like, wait. You're dead.
Bro?
You're actually dead.
You got perfected.
Jellyfish?
Jellyfish?
No. Okay.
Somnium in chat goes, I believe in Corey. My friend, you are playing the game.
Wait, Somnium, you're playing.
Buddy. Get back in there. That's funny though. I mean, for real. I do appreciate that so many of the players are like chilling in chat and be like, oh yeah, hey, what's up? This is cool.
Duel
Absolutely.
1.
You know, we had the Corey cheer squad out here. You know, rooting on Corey for a run back opportunity against MFCR.
I mean, I would like to see it too. I wouldn't mind seeing Somnium either. That burst is gonna get heckin' punished. And I was gonna say, there's meter. What do we expect? There it is. Okay.
Wow, nice 6 speed.
Corey's still in this, still challenging. Gets hit with the overhead from Ram though, and that's gonna close that particular round out. Somnium's still chilling on their burst as well.
Yo, jump scissors? Okay. And nice, carry back over to the corner here. About to get the meter. Once we hit the shatter. Boom. Jesus Christ.
I know. It's ridiculous how much Somnium is able to do in such a short period of time. Oh, tried to slide under the sword and got hit by the explosion. You're stuck here. That's a game. That was perfect.
that was an aerial slash that we hit with. It was the jump back.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro.
Just a movement from Somnium.
Somnium said, I believe in Corey, but also believed in himself. And we're back into it. Somnium went away from being able to proceed to the losers half of Grand Finals, but Corey, I think they want to see the run back. What adjustments are they gonna make?
Duel 1.
Yeah, time will tell. Somnium is looking to run it all the way back up to MFCR. She's been doing a great job in this set. Sharing the belief, but look at this 50% health gone. Good slash to shut down Totogeki. Yeah, the delay on Daro series here, yeah.
Okay. The sword comes in. Oh, I thought we were going to see another one of those aerial slashes because that would have been cool. just walks up and grabs. I like the idea, but there's 50% tension. You know what that means. Never mind. It means RC.
Dead.
Yep. Somnium one away in a commanding lead. Woo!
Jump slash one more. We'll carry over to the corner, and this lockdown guarantees a shatter. Oh,
Yep.
oh my God.
Yep. Yeah, are you looking at what I'm looking at? Because
dead.
I think we are
You're
about
dying.
done.
Oh, you dropped
my
it, Somnium, please!
Just, oh boy. Oh, the
Oh,
tap
Jesus
just spent all the
Christ.
meter.
Answer.
Challenging
We're
the
good.
air. Yeah, connection lost. We out of there. Somnium. Corey pulled the plug. Corey said I'm out of there.
GG's. I said GG's. This is good. See you later. GG's.
I'm done. It hurts.
Jeez Louise. Somnium, you're going to give me a heart attack. You keep this up.
I know. Good lord. But that does mean that Corey is going to finish out right there. That means in third place, so Somnium will be proceeding.
That doesn't mean that, you know, that Corey isn't walking away with nothing. You know, thankfully, this is an event sponsored by Skullcandy, Top 8, getting hooked up with that Slayer headset as well. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, I like, gosh darn it, in chat goes, Corey has been reclaimed by the sea.
Corey is no
Excellent.
longer in the house.
He is
that's all it
not.
is.
Corey is back in the ocean. He was claimed by his jellyfish friends.
See, and that was the left-right that we saw. Oh my God, he went for a 3K. All right, let me eject out of the original plan and catch you with the jump P.
Oh boy, what a round. And then, just the way, like, this is the ending too. Just throw. Connection has been lost.
You threw the internet right out of Corey's house. How could you?
You did. And if you had really, really great internet like you can get from Shaw, this wouldn't be a problem. We wouldn't have the disconnects.
Absolutely.
It's true. Right before we do get into this grand finals, number one thing, we need to type exclamation point SLYR, Sly R, as Zero over here has been saying perfectly every single time. That will enter you to get one of these fantastic headsets that one of our sponsors, Skullcandy, has graciously gifted to us so that we can gift to you. And during this, so that we're buying lots of time for you to type that, because I know some of you are like, phone, how do I do the thing? Want to highlight all of our sponsors here today that you've been seeing running underneath us. That includes Jack Links, Return It Express, Kanto Mounts, and Shaw. So thank you very, very much for everything that they do. Please go check them all out. I was actually like running through a couple of things being like, oh, I want to see what Kanto does. Kanto's products are super cool, and if you need any of those mounts, they're like serious business.
Literally any mount.
Yeah, right? Like literally anything. What do you need mounted? They have got it in stock, and they are excellent, high quality products. The only thing that we can't get in the US is, besides the internet, because we don't have Shaw, is Return It Express. I was like, I want to be able to do this. This is cool.
Yes.
And they're like, Canada only. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, hey. But you know, with those Kanto mounts too, like the low profile wall mount for TVs, like I'm very much about cable management. Don't look over my right shoulder at all. Though. Don't look over here. This is this project I'm working on. Ignore that. But I'm all about cable. In fact, hold on. I am all about cable management. And I tell you, low profile mounts, being able to hide all my cables is actually really great. Like, I'm obsessive about it. So being able to have a mount that is built for that is a big selling point for me.
But in the meantime, we do have a winner. Oh my gosh, darn it. Congratulations. He would like to thank Corey for playing Dolphin Manager and drawing me in. No problem. Congratulations on your headset. We were excited to be able to send that to you. And with all of that grandeur out of the way, we're going to get into Grand Finals!
We're here. We've made it. It's been a run. MFCR has been waiting, and I can't believe it. We're looking at Somnium here, making it back on winner's side. And look, wow. First off, you got the DIAPHONE. So congrats to Somnium on that one. But now MFCR, a completely different beast, quite literally, in Leo.
Yeah, there's got to be a lot of gameplay changes because I don't think MFCR is going to let you get away with Rob Mortabato. 2D, the Leo fish. What a great way to start this round. Good God.
I swear to God, if MFCR happens to parry a Mortabato, I'm screaming.
I'm done. You're going to see a disconnect from my end.
You just have to uninstall entirely.
Uninstall everything, because Jesus Christmas, that would be the craziest thing. Oh, I like the empty jump neutral there, or the empty jump from MFCR. Just try to get something. But yeah, burst, absolutely reversal.
Oh my God. And we were back
turn.
Yeah,
we'll give you that one.
I swear, MFCR was there. It was just so close. Could have happened.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
Okay,
Nice. Daro series, unfortunately, gonna lock it down. Round apiece here. Right, guard points out.
Okay,
nice
start, yeah.
Ooh, Turbulence hit by the mark, but we're still gonna knock at the door. Dash through, one more overhead here.
Yep,
nice.
Okay.
Actually, I really like this adjustment from Somnium to draw the line there with the 2S, because that forces MFCR to be unable to move away from that explosion and hold the block. And you can hold this burst. Goes for the shatter and the W. Game 1 for MFCR.
I was thinking for a second, I was like, whoa, the way that Somnium is adjusting, this is so great. And MFCR is like, catch this adjustment. Yoing! Just really, something that we talked about way back many, many hours ago when HACHIMAN was on stream, talking about consistency.
Yes.
I think MFCR's consistently is a thing that we are going to be able to count on in this round. Once again, this is a double elimination bracket. Somnium would have to take it 3 and then take 3 again. So that's a lot of mental stack that is going to keep adding up.
Absolutely. Ooh, nice burst. Flash kick for you here. We out of there.
HACHIMAN in chat. Hey, that's me. Yeah, it is you. We're talking about you being consistent.
Oh, nice trade. 2D got
like
the red RC pickup as well. Should get the shattered. Oh,
no, he dropped the combo. Turbulence was too far, but I really like the overhead there. Yeah, parry it. I dare you. So he was able to get a guard crush in there to keep the pressure even after that whiff. So that was a really smart choice from MFCR.
Yes. Okay, nice. Oh, goes for that overhead. And beautiful 6B, rather than overhead. Just a little chase just to get out of that back turn stance there.
Yeah, wow. Such a great
Nice.
job. Turbulence catches the run forward on Somnium. The burst, last chance,
drop.
last dance, as
Ow,
our good
now
friend
you're
Maverick would say. Oh, buddy.
Come on, MFCR, kill! It's all right, we got it.
Yikes.
The audacity of MFCR, though? BRC
Audacity.
flash kick? You hooligan? 2-0.
Only 2 things in this world are insurmountable.
Only 2?
A mother's
Only
recipe
2. And my genius.
A mother's recipe and my genius.
Yeah, I really like Leo's end quotes. They're really funny. Not as good as Zato's. I think Zato's might be some of my favorite. But, especially when it's like, you work for the government now. But MFCR is telling who works for him now.
Duel 1.
That's very true.
Yeah. Ooh. Big hit there. Okay. Comes out.
Oh my
then,
God.
Jesus. So willing to throw that out at every chance. Mortabato is blocked! We're turning them off, friends! Oh,
Still
buddy.
got thrown.
Yeah, big counter hit from Somnium. I took mental damage from that block, I'm not gonna lie.
Just far away enough to get the stagger block. Just a couple 5Ks, get the slump.
Do it again!
Ain't no way. Ain't no
No.
way!
MFCR is styling right now.
Okay, that was a big reach, but MFCR has the resources to, make chances like that.
Yep, totally does.
Oh, caught the backdash there. And now we got scooped up. Somnium's turn to maintain control in this corner. Ooh, caught by the slash. Not a good. Nice flash kick. Watch out.
Oh, back turn stance goes through Mortabato.
Yeah.
That one was not blocked. It's okay, everybody gets one. 2G RC catches the unfortunate burst. You've got one more interaction. That's all you've got. Tap Dust jumps out of the corner. Oh my god, MFCR. Godlike. Unbelievable. MFCR is your Pepper Signature Series champion. And one of the only people who actually blocked Wake Up Mortabato.
That's true. That's true. See what blocking does? You can block. Now, here's a breakdown of this top 8. You can't block this one. Originally, we started out here with DIAPHONE, MFCR, BRAYNOR, Corey, Somnium, FANTOME, and YOYOMASTER and Kami99. But your top 3 rounds out with MFCR taking it all. Congratulations on the victory. And then, of course, we have Somnium in second and Corey in third. A beautiful series, a wonderful event that's been brought to us by Skullcandy. So congratulations to the folks that won themselves a Slayer headset today. And thank you to Skullcandy for providing those wonderful prizes. And of course, too, don't forget about Jack Links as well for helping us out with this event. Definitely make sure you get you some jerky snacks. You know, stay up on the protein. That'll keep you powering through your long gaming sessions. And of course, Return It Express. Always help the earth and recycle. And then don't forget about the Kanto mounts as well. A whole plethora of mounting options, whether it be for your TV, computer monitors, or even if you have a business you're trying to start, they do have a mount set up there for you as well. And then lastly, of course, Shaw, thank you so much for providing, one, helping us out with running this event, and two, has a great internet service. Definitely check them out at shaw.ca if you are in Canada.
Yeah, I do want to say that with the exception of Return It Express and Shaw, the other companies are available in the US as well. You just have to follow different links and things like that. If you type Kanto mounts into the browser of your choice, it's going to bring you to their all of their different products and websites. I checked, and Jack Link's usually available in the grocery store, so which is great because we appreciate it. I enjoy beef jerky a lot and turkey jerky, which is great.
And Skullcandy is based out of Utah, so there you go. You can still get Skullcandy in the States. But yeah,
so Zero, anything you want to close out with?
No, besides that, it's been a blast. Thank you, production, and Pepper for running this as well. Be sure to check out pepper.gg to, one, level up as a player and meet other folks as well through various game tournaments and events. If you want to try to run a bracket yourself, definitely check out pepper.gg. It's been a real pleasure hanging out with you as well, Jadelyn.
Always.
Let the folks know where they can find you.
Right. Well, I mean, before that, where can the folks find you?
Oh, geez. I see what you do. Okay. You can check me out at Zero Syndicate on Twitter, or check out idon'tdoanything.com. Currently, I'm playing through the entire Resident Evil series, and I'm on Resident Evil Revelations. So we're closing in on wrapping this up because Callisto Protocol comes out in December. I can't wait to just play that.
That sounds amazing. If you want to find me, I am at Jadelyn Gaming across all social medias. If you do want to see anything else, or like, I want to see where I can click on all the things, go to wakeupbuttons.com. And that is, see, I like how we both have like really fun websites. It makes me happy. So wakeupbuttons.com is where you can find all of my different information as well. So there we go. That's going to do it for us here after that spectacular series. Thank you again to all of our sponsors and to production for having us. Go enjoy the rest of your day because there's so much more to be had. Enjoy all of the things that you can do over the weekend. Have fun, gamers, and we will see you next time.
Yes, later days, everyone. Later days.
Every time you plug in, a portal opens. Be anything. Be everything. Edge of your seat. Eyes wide. Ears open. Ready to react. For the thrills. For the rush. For the win. An experience so visceral, you'll forget if you're here or there. This is Skullcandy Gaming. Feel it.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
Think you know Return It? Think again. With Return It Express, there's no sorting required. Lineups are a thing of the past. It's fast and easy. With refunds deposited right into your online account, you'll be in and out in a flash. Sign up today and go Express.